Okay. Here goes. Let's start it. I should probably get water. Hold on one second. Okay, hello, I'm back. Right, it's time to play this game. Oh, finally. Excited to see what this game is about. There we go. I have heard plenty of good things about it. So, yeah. So, side note, playing this game with a controller, I didn't think this game was would work with controller, but apparently it does. Because there's controller inputs right here. I know these are for like PlayStation controllers. I'm using a different one, but it seems to work for now. On Steam, it doesn't say anything about controller support, so yeah. Okay. Load game makes sense. Right, here we go. Cold-hearted aristocrat, The Walking Dead, Origins of Horus, Severed Ties, Turn the Arcane. You okay? Well, here goes nothing. Start game run episode 1. Yes, please. Okay, let's see. I also gotta say that menu music is very nice. Okay. Oh, I have to talk a lot again. Oh boy. Good thing I have water. The fields of battle are filled with suffering and despair. On them are a clash of souls. Souls brought to conflict by the corrupt powers that rule over them. I was transporting a client in my carriage that evening. Oh, we get to see occupation and age and arcane art on everyone, huh? Okay. We were driving by the McCoy Tavern when we heard a disturbance. I was worried that something was amiss, so I walked into the building to see what the commotion was. There, I saw the defendant. She was lit by the blue glow of the dining room lights, and she was stabbing the victim with her magical sword.
Objection!
Ooh. And there's our man, huh? Defense attorney 20, huh? Mr. Rudolph, you testify that you saw my client murdering the victim, and you supposedly saw her casting magic while doing so, huh? Yes, I could never forget such a grisly sight. The moment was burned into my memory. I see. Well, it's funny you say that. How so? Okay, I'm checking buttons. So that, okay. This is save load game. Great. That's, okay, this is the text log apparently. Oh, okay, nice. Hold. So RT does that. Actually, I can just look at this, because it should be similar. Yep, that adds up, Notes. That's nice. Profiles, okay. Save load is start, settings, I can't go to settings because I haven't set it. Return to title is select, okay, cool. IGY is this button. Great. Toggle on autoplay is circle, confirm is cross. Yeah, that adds up. Because your entire testimony was a complete lie. Is there a...
Objection!
Okay, wait, okay, hold on, hold on. So, from what I can tell, I think, I don't see an autoplay thingy indicator somewhere. So I'll just try to not press that button. Okay. Accused of the witness of perjury. Surely you know that such accusations can be made lightly, Mr. Cuthbert. Accusation is far from baseless, stupid. Think about the state of the crime scene at the time of the murder. The witness couldn't have seen anything, much less a homicide. How? Familiar sight. He knows something. Oh, okay. No, starting off like hot, not here. See something, huh? On this battlefield, there are still a few people who carry the ideals of justice within their hearts. But you have to wonder sometimes, are these ideals truly just? Simply lies fed to us by our elders. Oh, okay. Damn it. Flint Heart, you fool! Why can't you just listen to me? Do well, okay. Jumping around for now. Rudolph, I require your assistance. Yes, sir. By the scale, Lord, what did you... Built him? Of course, great. Let's down guard. Tell him that you saw his daughter fleeing the scene. I'm sure the neighbors heard them arguing with each other. They'll immediately suspect her. At once, sir. Alright. The cold-hearted aristocrat now. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I'm supposed to press the button. I'm supposed to press the button. Oh. Okay, I can only go here by mouse. What's this? What's this? Settings, great. Cool. That's the logs. What is this? That's the title screen. What is this? Is powers off? It's completely a quick game? Okay, yeah. Neat. Got it. Oh, that just does that? Early that day. Okay, there you go. Show yourself slowly succumbing to unbearable pain. You don't think you'll be able to survive this much longer. What's happening? Are you sure you're okay, Cuthbert? You look like you're about to pass out. Ruby Tamura, attorney. Ace attorney, true, hello. Hi, hey, Jay. Just press buttons. Okay. Don't worry about me, Mr. Tamura, I'm fine. I've been writing this character for days. You were definitely not fine. See, his character sick. With each bump in the road, you feel yourself becoming more and more nauseous. It's taking every ounce of willpower just to hold down your lunch. I'm perfectly fine. If you say so. Ooh. Let's shoot the carriage driver over like the road. You'll end hear your stomach retching in protest. After you ate for lunch doesn't taste nearly as good as second time. On second thought. That's better. Okay. Take a deep breath of fresh air. It's the first breath you've taken today that hasn't threatened to come back out. Sorry about this. Didn't expect the roads in this town to be this uneven. I suppose they don't get a lot of traffic here. Been on the road with your mentor for days. Together you've been searching for a man named Flintheart McCoy. Supposedly he's been a voice of dissidence against King Olivier for the last few decades. You have no idea what kind of business Miss Tomorrow would have with him. But you know better than to ask questions about her affairs. Okay. Hello, travelers. Welcome to Cornhaven. Locomotion steps up from one of the nearby shops. Yeah. Has a wide smile on his face. He approaches your carriage with the enthusiasm of a starving vulture. But a pair of dignified individuals such as yourselves care for a refreshing drink. This close must be from the city. He certainly has a friendly expression, but it starts to seem very analytical. Well, I don't need a drink, but... Mr. Moore how's at you, and your stomach rumbles in agreement. Ah, of course. Just the thing for an upset stomach. With a carriage like that, I could fleece them for a lot. Oh. Okay. His thoughts and emotions are laid bare through your Eye of Horus. That's our power, huh? That's our thing, huh? The merchant's expression doesn't betray a hint of what he's truly thinking. I wonder if his false smile could get any bigger. At this rate, he might dislocate his jaw. About 2 flasks of apple juice for 50 silver pieces. 50 SP. You may find the price daunting, but this is organic and fresh made apple juice. It's just snowbird juice, but I bet they can't even tell the difference. Having this power is very convenient. In the corner of your eye, you spot an empty bottle of store-bought apple juice. It's resting on a table inside the merchant's shop. So, store-bought apple juice has been added to your notes, okay? Tyrion will make mental notes of notable clues he sees in the world. These notes are instrumental to solving mysteries and progressing through the game. You can check these notes at any time by opening the bar at the top of the screen, or by pressing, I think, Y on, or triangle in the normal controller. But yeah. Okay. Trust me, it's worth the extra gold, huh? Especially the empty. told me the price wouldn't matter that much to you, but you don't appreciate being treated like an easy mark. Oh. Argument. Oh boy. You've started an argument with another character. During an argument, your opponent will make claims that you need to respond to. Responding correctly will lower your opponent's confidence. Responding incorrectly will lower your confidence. And once you run out of confidence, you will lose the argument. Okay. I think you need to elaborate. You said this apple juice is organic, but where is it made? I missed the first few minutes. Hi ads. Speak through a bit, yeah. This is so banger. It is! Like, just hearing the menu music was just vibing. It's, right now it's pretty nice. Got a little shitty cooked. Yeah. I can see it in the rain. It's produced by the hardworking people of this town, of course. They trade organic products. A small town like ours will only deal with locally sourced products. Presenting during evidence. For certain claims, you'll need to present a piece of evidence to refute that claim. To proceed, present the piece of evidence that contradicts your opponent's claim. Okay. Present. Square. You say that, but I can see an empty bottle of store-bought juice inside your shop. Why would you have something like that if you only deal with organic products? Oh, how did that get there? Make no mistake. I only have that because I wanted to see how my products compare to that of the city. And let me tell you, that mass-produced slop doesn't even compare to my product. What an obvious lie. Just worth far more than I'm offering. Honestly, I'm offering you a very good deal here. Interpreting. For certain claims, you'll need to look at your opponent's thoughts and emotions. Choose the correct response depending on the information seen. You want to choose this option if your opponent's thoughts can contradict something in your notes. Choose option if your opponent's thought contradicts their claim. Choose option if your opponent's emotions contradict their claim. Empathy, okay. Ooh, neat. Sorry, I just have to like take this in myself for a second so I can actually process it. Like, okay. See where this is gonna go. It's cool. Right. Split motion. How did I come across this game, by the way? Don't recommend you recommended it to me last year. I don't remember. No, I don't remember. God, it's been a while. I've known about this game for a while, and I don't remember how I exactly came across it. But yeah. Seen through the eye. I see. Yeah. Fair enough, yeah. So I'm so supposed to really worth it. How did you? Oh well, it's clear you're very shrewd man. Right. So thirsty. Oh, as a child. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot a child watching you from afar. Her eyes are fixed on the flasks of apple juice. How about 20 SP for 3 flasks? Of course, sir. Kingdom of Wyverngard, established several centuries ago by the 7 High Archmages. The kingdom is currently ruled by King Olivia de King Olivia de Wyverngard and the mages of his nobility. He will tell you that our marvelous kingdom is a land of prosperity and happiness. A land where its people share the wealth and succor provided by the kingdom magic. Thank you. Oh, I think that's news. Child's passing thoughts tell you exactly how much succor. Is that, am I pronouncing that right? Succor? No, succor. I assume. I don't know. Kingdom is sharing. Oh, thanks for the follow ads. Yeah. Well, I suppose I just have good intuition for this one. Or did you use another kind of eye? Don't get me wrong, your so-called Eye of Horrors is an amazing gift. You should take every opportunity. You should take every opportunity to hunt. But try to be more subtle next time, huh? If I can see through you, others will be able to as well. Right. So is there a catch to us having this? I mean, I guess the fact that we can read minds, could make things tougher. If they can guess. Anyways, I did some asking around while you were... No. Supposedly, the McCoy Tavern should be north of here, huh? If my tip is correct, this should be the place, Wait, this is the McCoy Tavern? They just think calling it a tavern is pretty generous. Quite hard to believe that this has a secret meeting place for dissidents. But now that you think about it, maybe that's the entire point. The tavern has been shut down for years. Nowadays, Flintheart just uses it to host his rallies. Although I do wonder how they've been keeping themselves afloat for as long. Hey, you lot. McCoy Tavern is closed. Gruff man approaches his carriage as you step out of it. He's eyeing you and Miss Demora, clear look of contempt on his face. I take it that you're Flintheart McCoy? I am. What of it? Hello, sir. Patient unemployed. Sorry for not running ahead of time. I'm Ruby Tomorrow. Ruby Tomorrow. Wait, the Ruby Tomorrow? Any animosity he initially had immediately vanishes. Let's not laugh it's as if you were meeting an old friend. Why don't you say so? Come on in, come on in. It doesn't like him to know about Miss Tomorrow. I suppose it makes sense. They both fight against the same enemy. Albeit in different ways, huh? Okay. Sorry about the mess. You haven't exactly been, well, anyways, what brings you here? I take it you didn't journey all this way to see my Ricket Tavern. I'm here on behalf of a client. I have a proposition that you might be interested in. Is there any way we could talk more privately? Sure, let's get you back to you. Wonderful. Tyrion, stay here while I speak with McCoy. What? Don't you need my help? There's no need for that. Kills me, but she's trying to make a deal with Flintheart. You can easily read his thoughts to help her. You desperately want to object, but she shoots you a stern look that causes you to freeze up. So I look away from her. Okay. You know, I mean, reading thoughts is nice and all, but might want to respect people too, huh? Spent some time waiting alone in the tavern's dining area. It's already been hours since Mr. Moore and Flintheart went to talk in the kitchen. You can hear faint murmurs from behind the closed door. You've been resisting the urge to eavesdrop. But even from here, you can tell that their conversation is slowly becoming more frustrated. It's likely going to be a while. Well, it's a good thing you always bring a chess set around. Well, bring a whole chess set around to your small chess parties that you carried around since you were a child. Just me played with one person, I've always taken advantage of that. Checkmate. You win against yourself. This time is black. I've played 10 games already. I've won 7 out of 8 times as black. Hello? It's just the clue is more likely to win. Unbeknownst to you, you're thinking out loud. But why am I performing so much better when playing as black? Hello? You still don't notice her, and you're verbalizing your thoughts just as fast as you're thinking them. Maybe I'm overconfident as a wife because that's a first move advantage. Perhaps that very advantage is affecting my choices and making me play in a suboptimal manner. If a personal quirk is making me play logically, then I need to correct it. Hey! What? How long have you been standing there? About time you noticed me. I'm trying to get your attention for a while now. Oh, sorry. You know what my dad is? Your dad? I'm not McCoy. I'm his daughter, Celeste. He's Celeste McCoy. Mercenary. Oh, when I was speaking with my mentor right now. Wait, is that your mom? I want to show him something. Do you know when they'll be done? I don't know. They've been speaking in the kitchen for a while now. Your friend Hart and Miss Tomorrow's voices getting louder and more frustrated. Still doesn't seem to notice. I see you focus on your chessboard. This is chess right now. Are you playing against someone? Oh, I'm playing against myself actually. Oh, that's... Playing alone helps me develop new strategies. Plenty of professionals do it. Hey, I'm not the type to shame a man for playing himself. Okay, dude. Okay. That's... Relax, I'm just joking. Anyways, if you're still waiting for a mentor, you wanna play a game? Oh, you know how to play? Sure, I read about this before. She's read about it. The table's so dusty. I'd like to see on the other side of the table. She tries to set up her side of the board, but fumbles to pieces. She stares at one of them, confused. How do I arrange these things again? Are you regard 6 after your challenge? But it'd be important to pick up. It's probably the wrong choice comment the entire game. But yeah. Right. I mean, I've seen plenty worse, so. Here, I'll arrange them for you. Thank you. Checkmate. You defeated her in 2 moves. Oh. Ouch. Wait, what? Already? How did you do that? You decided against telling her what the name of that mate was. Rematch. I want to do a... Sure, why not? As long as if you have anything better to do. This is brow furrowed as she tries to decide her next move. But she doesn't realize that the game's already finished. Here! She moves her knight into a position to attack your queen. Okay, hold on one second. My throat is going. It just wake up like an hour ago, so give me a second. Okay, that's better. Okay. Sure, stop your assault on king, but checkmate. Let's call this mate this time. What? Come on, how do you keep doing that? Look at the closed door to the kitchen. Our Miss Tomorrow's discussions are coming louder. It's not gonna be done anytime soon. Again, I'll definitely beat you this time. Someone I clearly never played before, she's completely improving each game. It's impressive. She's observing your strategies and adapting them to her playstyle. The way she's playing now, she could even defeat a nationally ranked noble. Damn. Checkmate. But even so, she's been playing this game for a lot longer than she has. How are you always one step ahead of me? Like you're reading my mind. As if you even need to, huh? one more game. I'll get you this time. Hello, Cuthbert. Mr. Moore emerges from the kitchen with a heart. They both look mentally exhausted. It looks like the negotiations didn't go well. Hi, Dad. Oh, hello, sweetie. He looks irritated, but as soon as he sees Celeste, he quickly hides behind a smile. Just wondering what the discussion was about. What was this? Some kind of game? So those the pieces on the board. Don't feel too bad about listening to him. He's nationally ranked. Oh, you're a professional. Is that why you're wearing a suit? No, just a hobby. I'm actually a defense attorney here. An attorney? Speaking of which, we should probably be on our way. Sorry for refusing after you came all this way. I really respect what you're doing, but I don't want anything to do with your mage friends. Oh. I wonder what he meant by that. Was Miss Tomorrow trying to introduce him to one of our clients? Anyways, it is getting late. If you leave now, you won't get back to the city until morning. She's right. This region is littered with bandits and brigands. You won't run into them you wouldn't want to run into them this late. I guess you have a point. Plenty of empty rooms that you can stay in until morning. Least I can do after you came all the way. Well, if it's not too much trouble, you might as well stay here until tomorrow. Tavern is shut down, but we still have some sheets and blankets. I'll go get the rooms ready. Celeste and Fred leave the dining room area to get your rooms ready. You left in the dining room with Mr. Okay, I gotta talk a little slower. I always do this. You left in the dining room with Mr. Moore. So, I take it that the negotiations didn't go well? No, I didn't expect to be so stubborn. Honestly, I have no idea what that man has against mages. Well, there is one way to find out. Why are you being so secretive? If your business with Flint is related to our clients, I can help. It wasn't important, and your presence was not necessary. Such an obvious lie. We can't read a single thought from her mind. She's had years of practice hiding her thoughts from the High Forest. I see. So you can practice hiding your thoughts, huh? Yes. Celeste enthusiastically came back downstairs, but she seems to have noticed the tension between you and Mr. Moore. So, sorry to interrupt, but your rooms are ready now. Right. Thank you. Awkward silence hangs in the air as you and Mr. Moore head upstairs. You reach the upper hallway and see the two rooms that Celeste prepared for you. Mr. Moore stops before entering her room. You were playing chess with Flint's daughter earlier. Was she any good? Not at first, but she got a lot better as we kept playing. I'm sorry for leaving you there for so long. I didn't expect our discussion to last that long, huh? No, it's fine. Despite everything, I enjoy playing against her. I see, yeah. Well, I suppose you are at that age. God. No, it's not like that. It's just that outside of tournaments, I never really get to play against another player. And you only ever want to play shogi against me. The shogi is clearly superior. It's complete anarchy is what it is, damn. You just bring fallen pieces back to life like some kind of necromancer. That's death. Dropping, adding some dimension of play that isn't present in chess. Staring back at each other, positions already made. After your moment of silence, you both burst out laughing. I'm sorry if it looks like I don't trust you. I know you're just trying to help. But there are some things about my work that I just can't tell you about yet. But one day, I'll tell you everything. Right, I'm sorry for prying out. I just want to show you I'm ready to be an attorney. You are. I know you are. Rare praise for your mentor catches you off. Rare. Anyways, get some rest. You should mentally prepare yourself for the journey tomorrow. Right. You completely forgot about the carriage ride back. You can already feel your stomach churning in protest. You lay in the bed that the McCoy has prepared for you, and as you close your eyes, you slowly drift into a deep slumber. As this happens, you feel something invasive. Your mind drifts away, and you feel yourself being pulled elsewhere. You find yourself in a surreal and unsettling landscape. You're fairly certain that you're dreaming right now. some instinct in the back of your mind tells you that something is fundamentally wrong about this. You see a woman in the far distance, staring directly at you. What presence? She's murmuring something, but you can't quite make it out. She's trying to say something to you. Finally, found. Whoa. How did you heavens born? You jolted to wide awake. You can't exactly remember what that woman said to you. But whatever her words were, they sent a piercing chill down your spine. Your breath is heavy and your heart is beating at 100 miles per hour. Okay, calm down. It's just a dream. At least that's what you try to tell yourself. Please let me explain. No. I don't want to hear it. The voice of Celeste and Flint Heart ring out from downstairs. It must be extremely late. What could they possibly be arguing about at this hour? I want you out of my house. Out! Oh, a dead silence lingers in the air before you hear someone rush out of the tavern. Whoever left slams the door behind them. What's that all about? It's none of your business. You only met those two today. Probably be best not to get involved in their affairs. And as you tell yourself that, a brief image of Celeste's smile appears in your mind. Damn it. Oh no. Slowly make your way out of your room. It's always nearly pitch black. You can barely see a few inches ahead of you. You have to watch yourself to avoid tripping. You run to Flint Heart, who is slowly walking up the stairs. Even this close, it's hard to see his expression in the darkness. Sorry, I just heard... Right, I forgot you two were... His words trail off. Is everything okay? Conflicted, huh? Oh. Sorry, I'm just going to... You walk releasing me past Flint Heart to head down the stairs. Doesn't move out of your way. It's clear his mind is elsewhere. You arrive at the dining room, but you don't see Celeste anywhere. Honestly though, it's hard to tell with how dark the room is. Celeste? Are you still here? Don't receive an answer. You remember hearing someone slam the front door earlier. Your eyes are drawn to the tavern entrance. Did she leave? Oh no, huh? Or is this the... Oh. Okay. Okay. I just remembered what the start of this game was. So this isn't gonna be pretty. Oh no, huh? Celeste? No answer. Celeste? Where are you? Left. The merchant you spoke with before steps out from the shop holding a lantern. Appears to be irritated by all the noise you've been making. Oh, yeah, that kid from before. Do you have any idea what time it is, huh? This is in the city. You can't just make a bunch of noise like this. Right, sorry. I was just looking for Celeste. Who? Celeste McCoy? She's Flint Heart's daughter. His expression becomes a little colder. Do you know them? What do you want with that bastard? Damn mage. What? Those two probably woke up half the street with all their yelling. I don't need you keeping us up too. Oh. You started to get ads and felt annoyed. Oh god. Well, thanks. Oh, thanks, AJ. Very understandable. Yeah, cheers. And you Twitch. Even then. Even now. Even pre-rolls are off. Oh, ads! Ads, you too. Well, thank you. Oh my god. Founder badge. Yeah. I think only you two are like the only two that have really subscribed here, so yeah, thank you. All your funds will go towards Danganronpa before. Yeah. Hopefully. don't have a Switch to see that, so I don't have a Switch to play that. I don't know. But I probably will just wait for it. Wait for whenever that's gonna come out on PC. If ever. Probably some point, but it's gonna take a while. Yeah. So call the town guard. We can get a word in, the merchant walks back into his home in a huff. Supposedly will be on Steam too. Oh, will it? Like, on release? Well, if so, that sounds good. I guess we'll see. I mean, well, it is coming out next year, so we have plenty of time. But yeah. You look around, but you still don't see any signs of Celeste. You just have to continue searching. I can't believe I said those things to her. She'll never forget me for this. I see your temper's as short as ever, Flintheart. You? Honestly, how do you live in this darkness? Look so... What are you doing here? And how dare you bring that witchcraft into my home? You've been busy lately. Your little Radleys have given quite a lot of support. Too much support from a family psychic. And what? You came all this way to convince me to stop? You have my word. If you stop spreading dissidence, no harm will come to you or your family. Or your family. Your word is as good as the dirt you lick off of King Olivier's boots. As if I'd ever trust the words of a murderer like you. Flintheart, please. As someone you once called a friend, I'm only going to ask you one time. Friend! I'll be dead in the ground before I can ever call the likes of you a friend. Get out of my house. I don't have time for your nonsense. Oh no. So, is there the conflict between mages and non-mages? Is that what's happening here? Is that what's happening here? Unfortunately, I don't think you'll have much time for anything. Damn it! Aren't you fool? Why couldn't you have just listened to me? Who is this? It is him, I assume. Rudolph, I require your assistance. Yes, sir. Stay alone, what did you... Killed him. Yep, this is... right back at the start. The town guard, tell them what you saw as the earthling scene. I'm sure the neighbors heard them arguing with each other. They'll immediately suspect her. At once, sir. Okay. You've been searching for Celeste for a while. How long have you been outside? 2 hours? 3? However long it's been, it's clearly taking a toll on you. Is she? What am I going to do now? Is your faint voice? Could it be? There she is. Oh, it's behind an old tree. You finally find her. She looks just as tired as you are, probably even more so. Her eyes are puffy and red, but she's doing her best to hide it with a smile. I've been looking all over for you. Oh, so sorry. I'm guessing we woke you up? Yeah. Is everything okay? It's nothing. It was just an argument. But from the way she reacted, this is clearly not common. I suppose that is none of your business. You decide not to pry further. I've been looking for me all this time. I have. Thank you. But I'm okay now. You should head back, Ash. How about you? I think I'm going to stay out a little longer. You know, this should mind your own business, but I'm sure whatever happened between you two is nothing you can't talk out. It doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes Mr. Moore and I get into fights too. But no matter what happens, we were always able to talk to it. Sorry, I know it's none of my business, but I just... No, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh. Hi, Miss Omi. She looks cute. He's kind of cute now. Let's go back. Fun fact, you find out in the credits, this game has a waifu consultant credited. What? Waifu consultant, crazy. Okay. Easy. How to adopt her, bro, not like this. Although, to be fair, actually, her father did just get murdered, so you arrived back at the McCoy Tavern. It's now surrounded by several carriages and knights clad in plate armor. Is that the Inquisition? What? The Arcane Inquisition. They're an order of knights that investigate crimes committed using magic. As you say the word crimes, even Celeste shared glance that come to the same realization. As you rush towards the tavern, Celeste outpaces you by a large margin. Guess the advantage. Yeah, bro. Not here. Okay. Talk IRL. Okay. Yeah. Really, it's fine. It's whatever. Yeah, I still can't really scream. Just down before anyone can stop her. She takes a look inside the inn. Whatever she saw makes her cry out in English. Danganronpa 2x2 was announced, and don't know if you're excited or not. Yeah. This is gonna be interesting. Whole alternate, like, just like what feels like a timeline thing, but I don't know. One of it's gonna be similar to no, never mind. Actually, I was gonna say one of it's gonna be similar to like Danganronpa 3, the anime, and how they did that, but I don't know. But if I do play it, that's gonna be technically my first Danganronpa game, since I've watched everything else. So. There she is. Celeste McCoy, by authority of the Wyvern Guard Crown, I'm placing you under arrest. Upon seeing Celeste, one of the knights steps forward and grabs her. Surprisingly, she's able to break free from his grip and tries to push her into the tower. Noticing the commotion, the other knights rush to grab her and begin dragging her away. You better know the plot of the first game before we continue. Danganronpa 2... 2? Yeah, I do. I mean, I've watched everything. Years ago, sure, but I know the plot. I know all the plot. So having a new one is exciting, at least. Between three knights, it's taking all their strength to subdue her. What are you doing to her? What's going on here? Tyrion! Mr. Morrow approaches you. You breathe a small sigh of relief when you see that she's okay. Mr. Morrow. I should have known that he was one of yours. Just stay out of our way. Mr. Morrow, what's going on? Why is the Inquisition here? I'm not surprised myself. From what I understand, Flipart McCoy has been murdered. Murdered? And there we go. And there it is. And there as it happens. So 1, 2. Okay. Right. You follow the Inquisition back to the city where Celeste is being detained. According to Miss Tamora, Celeste was the prime suspect in Flintheart's murder, and due to the supposed nature of the crime, her case would be pushed to trial immediately. Whoa, okay. The many elements of the situation still don't make sense. The Inquisition only investigates crimes committed using magic. So why is Celeste their prime suspect? Could she be a mage? This is ridiculous. She has a right to speak to an attorney. Anyways, you find yourself met with another hurdle. A very frustrating one. Yeah, well, we can't let you see her until she's been processed. Her trial is in an hour. How has she not been processed yet? I don't know what to tell you, kid. Wish could help. You do need to use the to know that's a complete lie. So you're really planning on defending her? Do you know if she can even afford a lawyer? I just can't stand here and do nothing. You saw that, didn't you? There's no way she would murder her father like that. I know the luck. I was saving us for a special occasion, but... Attorney's Runestone. Magical runestone that allows you to take pictures of crime scenes and write notes telepathically. What? Every attorney has one, it's almost like a badge for them. Oh wow. Telepathically, what do you... We might have to endure territory all game. Be survivor. Yeah. The whole ultimate victims thing. This attorney's badge. Yeah, I guess this is our attorney's badge. Now we can show it off to anybody and everybody we talk to. This is the attorney's runestone? You're going to defend her, you're going to need one. You're going to tear up, you wanted one of these ever since you were a child. Oh. Basically a badge of honor for attorneys. I'm an attorney, yes, I know you. Classic. Don't cry, Cuthbert. Sorry. Anyways, keep one thing in mind. If you try to defend her, the Inquisition isn't going to fight you fairly. Our court system only exists to create the illusion of justice. They hate people like us, and they'll do everything in their power to sabotage you. You knew that they'd try to get in your way, but you didn't expect them to do this blatantly. So with all this noise, you hear the knife in the tavern, huh? That's Commander Orem White to you, kid, huh? Knight. Had a feeling tomorrow would be sniffing around this case, but I didn't expect her to send a kid to do her dirty work, huh? Commander, he says they wants to talk to the mage, huh? And she's got a right to an attorney, doesn't she? Well, she hasn't been processed. Anyone looks confused for a moment? What kind of bullcrap are you trying to pull, huh? Let him through, you idiot! Yes, sir. Studied Gumshoe? Oh, is he gonna be our studied Gumshoe? Oh, hell yeah, okay. The knight leads you through halls of dungeon. Something built in the capital. It looks extremely old and decrepit. Get the negative emotions of the prisoners nearby. It's heavy and almost crushing feeling. You've always had to avoid crowded places because of how sensitive you are to people's thoughts. Yeah, okay. How do we get this? By the by, is this something we've always had? Are we just like the ultimate empath? I've never felt this much concentrated despair before. Oh, it's you. Celeste lying down on the cold floor of one of the dungeon cells. But she immediately gets up as soon as she sees you. What are you doing here? Mr. Moore told me about what happened to your father. I'm so sorry. I just don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Why would someone do this? Why are they blaming me for it? Not sure about the details, but it's clear that there were elements of magic involved in what happened. Since they arrested you based on that evidence, I can only conclude one thing. Celeste, you're a mage, aren't you? I wasn't hiding anymore. Yes, I am. Do you have noble blood? Of course not! How would you say that? Sorry, but the ability to use magic is hereditary. Most mages tend to have some kind of noble blood. Interesting. Honestly, don't like thinking about that. I'm the daughter of Jolene and Flintheart McCoy. That's all I need to know about myself. Probably best not to push them out further. Anyways, you're probably arrested because you're a mage. What? A crime was committed using magic, and you were the only mage around at the time. That's seriously the only reason? I don't know how to cast one spell. The Arcane Inquisition doesn't care about the truth. They only care about closing your cases. Celeste, your case is being pushed to trial. You're going to be brought before a judge within the hour. What? No one told me anything? I'm planning on telling her. Well, if you'll have me, if you'll have me, I'd like to be your defense counsel for the trial. Right. I forgot that you were an attorney. Would you really do that for me? After everything I've seen them do, I can't just step by and do nothing. But they're a part of the kingdom. They even have a chance. Celeste, man, king, or god, I won't let them do anything to you. What? Sorry, it's just something I have a habit of saying. Okay. That you're training. No, don't apologize. I really appreciate you doing this. Basically, this entire situation is bittersweet for her. Because of the Inquisition's delays, you haven't had any time to investigate the crime scene. You were confident before, but you begin to doubt whether or not you can really do this. So fast feels unreal. No, you have to do this. This is the exact reason why you became a lawyer. No matter what happens, you'll acquit Celeste. Okay, here goes. Courtroom. I'm in a real courtroom. First time, but actually entering the courtroom isn't it? Entering the courtroom has taken a lot of wind out of your sails. You've never been here as an attorney before. You've only ever acted as Mr. Moore's assistant. Listen. 18! I didn't catch that. I did catch that before, wow. Who's our prosecutor? The one at the prosecutor's bench is Mr. Mention. Mr. Lord mentioned her before he went to see Celeste. What was her name again? Nicholas Stereo Student. Prosecutor. Just for the coldest of her glare burning into you. Why is she staring you down? She's trying to intimidate you. Because it's working! Here's our judge. Court is now in session for the trial of Celeste McCoy. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Oh, the defense is also ready, Your Honor. He doesn't necessarily sound very ready, huh? Regardless, let's begin the proceedings. Prosecutor Steelwind, please list the charges. Ooh, cool. The holograms. Okay, the defendant is Celeste McCoy, a mercenary for hire and a registered mage. Wait, did you just say mercenary? Yeah, I had to take up a job after my family stabbed and was shut down. Oh wow, see. Oh, right. That's not exactly the first occupation you choose. She is charged with second-degree murder and negligent misuse of arcane arts. So there was magic involved. There was magic involved. The crime occurred within the McCoy Tavern, a local inn that shut down years ago. The locals reported hearing a loud commotion coming from within the building. Hours later, a carriage driver that was nearby checked the disturbance. It was then that he found the victim, the defendant's sword still impaling his dead body. The Inquisition has provided an autopsy report and a record of the sword. Dad can be stabbed from behind with a magical blade. The wound shows heavy traces of transmutation magic. Transmutation, huh? Smart from McCoy has been added to your notes. Okay. So that's a sword. Alleged murder weapon. It's an ornately designed sword. Has no magical properties. What does transmutation mean? What was the defendant's relationship with the victim? I see that they shared the same last name. The defendant is the victim's daughter, but not by blood. She was adopted into the family when she was an infant. Her birth parents are currently unknown. I see. Okay. What an unfortunate turn of events. To begin, the prosecution would like to call Commander Orm White to the stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court. Name's Orem White, commander of the Arcane Inquisition. Orem, could you please testify about the details of the Inquisition's investigation? Yeah. Testimony. Got a call late at night. Someone discovered a dead body inside the McCoy Tavern. So, you look at these. Autopsy. So do I get to see extra? I assume not. Yep. Okay. So these. Cool. Spells profiles. Right. When we arrived on the scene, we found Flint McCoy dead on the floor. The defendant's sword was still inside of him, huh? We have several witnesses who heard the victim and defendant in a loud argument before the body was discovered. The argument must have turned ugly, because the defendant killed the victim using her magic sword. Okay. Isn't that really incriminating? One of her possessions is the murder weapon. Mr. Cuthbert, you may begin your cross-examination. You open your mouth to respond, nothing comes out. You can't think of anything to say, everything is blank. Mr. Cuthbert? Hey, what are you doing? This is the part where you say something, right? I am sorry, I don't... Your anxiety is just getting worse, and your breath is becoming more and more desperate. Oh no. Hyperventilating? What a disappointment. God. I was hoping you fight against the infamous Ruby tomorrow today. But it's clear you can't even hold a candle to her. Your Honor, it's clear the defense has nothing to say against the prosecution's overload. This guy's pretty open shut. No, wait. This is what was supposed to happen. I'm sorry, Tyrion. I couldn't quit Frey. Frey? Like Frey? Like Frey? Okay. So going to execute her. Again. Just don't let that happen again. Oh god. Get some backstory, some out of context backstory, yeah. Or contextless backstory, yeah. Tyrion. Celeste grabs you your shoulders and shakes you out of your panic. You need to calm down. Her gaze is calm and focused despite the gravity of the situation, but she looks stern, not angry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this to... Stop. Just listen to me. You know what to do, right? Just do it the same way you play chess. What? I don't know. You were just so calm and focused when we were playing before. No matter how close I got to beating you, you always knew how to stay calm and win. So just channel that feeling and look to pieces? Doesn't make any sense, and yet... That does a trick. You take a moment to focus and let everything else disappear from the world. Every statement that he made, every word that came out of his mouth. Each of those is a possible weakness that you can attack. Every bleak moment can be turned around. You just need to consider every angle. My apologies for the delay, Your Honor. The defense is ready to begin cross-examining the witness. Very well. There we go. I think that worked. I see people's thoughts. That's quite a bit. Good. Okay. You also examine every statement he made and find something that contradicts the evidence in your notes. Once you do that, present the contradicting evidence and prove that his testimony is false. Okay, cross-examinations. You are cross-examining. Okay, slow down on talking me, please. You are cross-examining a witness. Carefully examine each statement they made and find a statement that contradicts a clue, a spell, or a profile in your notes. Ooh. I see. Once you identify that false statement, click the present button and present the contradicting evidence to move forward. Do I get to press? I do. Call late at night. Oh, and I can like go back and forth. Well, duh. You're right. This is not wrong, but right. Although I don't get the usual little text sound effects. It's all nice and quick. But yeah. Oh, might as well press everything. I mean, I know it's just this. Is your magic sword, even though the sword has no magic properties, as was said, was given to me. What time is it to get this call? I do discover the body. The call came in at 1:25 a.m. As for the witness who discovered it, he wanted to remain incognito. It's not unusual for a witness to stay anonymous. It's within their right. This would be a lot easier if you could question the witness directly. We'll see them later. What happened when I didn't catch that. What happened when you arrived coming down? I put McCoy down on the floor. How did you know that sword was my client's? Her sword is made out of some kind of special alloy, huh? I think it was forged out of the country or something, huh? It'd be hard to mistake something like that. You also have several eyewitnesses who were verified that the sword belonged to the defendant. She made no effort to hide it from the public. Quite the contrary, she was quite proud to show it off. But even if the sword belongs to my client, that doesn't necessarily mean that she was the one who stabbed him. Yeah, well, that argument. How did they know it was my client and the victim that were arguing, huh? You were there, weren't you? You had to have heard them too. Every witness we talked to knew it was them, huh? Well... This guy's defense is playing devil's advocate. Even he should have recognized their voices. Well, they got you there. So devil's advocate is pretty strong. That's kind of our job, technically. That's conjecture. Weren't there plenty of people around who could have committed the crime? It's refreshing to see me not lose to unfair timers. Yeah. God, the last 2 games I played had like had like timers and fast quick time event stuff. So Raincoat and Eden's Garden, God no. So not having them now is quite refreshing. I gotta say, I was on edge when the tutorial was happening, like at the start. Yeah. That tavern has been closed for years. The defendant, the victim, and Ruby Tomorrow were the only ones there before the body was discovered. Plus, the murder weapon definitely belonged to her. So in order to do this, we have to prove that someone else was at the crime scene. Can't help but feel that there's something off about what he just said. Yep. Shouldn't have panicked so much before. His testimony is straightforward, but that'll actually make this easier. This would mean that Miss McCoy is innocent. There has to be a flaw in this logic. You just need to compare every statement to each piece of evidence in your notes. Once you find a contradiction, present that piece of evidence to the contradicting statement. Okay. Oh, one thing.
Objection!
There it is. Commander White, you justified that the victim was killed using the defendant's magical sword. Am I correct? Yeah, it's pretty obvious when you look at the crime scene. I think I'd actually have to disagree with you on that. The defendant's sword couldn't have possibly been the murder weapon. Huh? What are you talking about, kid, huh? The sword was inside his body. Of course, that's what killed him, huh? That may be the case. Take a look at— oh, this music. Sorry, Rick. Oh, this music, dude. Oh, nice. Okay. States that the fatal wound had heavy traces of magic. So how would a non-magical sword leave traces of magic on the body? What? To leave a trace like that, the wound would have to have been created with something magical. My client's sword may look fancy and expensive, but it's entirely mundane. That doesn't make a lick of sense. If the sword didn't kill him, why was it in the body? I find it closer. Well, there's only one reasonable explanation, Your Honor. The wound was created magically, and someone shoved the sword into the wound afterward. What are you talking about? The defendant is a damn mage! She could have easily killed the victim using magic. I mean, I don't know what kind of magic this world uses. But... It could be an argument for just imbuing the sword with magic. Or using it normally. Who knows? Maybe Commander. But why would she kill the victim using magic and then stab him with her magic sword? She'd just be creating herself. No offense, yeah, this series of events proves one thing. Oh, the strike's called Ivorus. Kind of the first objective theme. Okay, yeah, nice. It's very cool. Someone used magic to kill the victim. And then they push my client's sword into the wound to frame her.
Objection!
Don't get ahead of yourself. What, huh? Your Honor, the defense is trying to spin the facts in his favor. He claims that a third party committed the crime and used the sword to frame the defendant. But wouldn't the simpler explanation be this? Magic was being channeled through the sword at the time of death. That is what left a magical trace on the body. Commander, please tell the defense how the murder was committed using magic. What, huh? Alright. I think I see where you're going with this. It's true that the sword itself isn't magical. Magic can still be channeled through it. The defendant over there, her spell compendium has a spell called Mage Blade. She must have used it on her sword before stabbing the victim. That spell is the reason why there were traces of transmutation magic on the wound. So her spell compendium contains a spell called Mage Blade. Spell compendium is a magical device that lists every spell a mage can cast. Okay. Luckily, Celeste's compendium only contains one spell. That means she can only cast that one spell. Celeste, do you have your spell compendium with you? No, I left it at the tavern after. Well, you know. If you can't look at the description for Mage Blade, you have to approach this another way. The commander's testimony was a lot vaguer this time. If you can press his statements, you might be able to find new information that you can use against him. Just suddenly went Australian there, my bad. Pressing statements during call examinations, press statements to acquire more information. Pressing statement to make the witness add a statement to this. Yes, please. So, seeing my client use a spell and channel it through a sword. There are a vast number of spells that operate like that. Spells from the School of Transmutation are always channeled through an object. Okay, so what's Mage Blade? It's a transmutation spell that sharpens my sword. I usually use it when I need to cut through an enemy's plate armor. Do you realize that she led such a lethal lifestyle? But anyways, wouldn't it be excessive for the defendant to use a spell like that on the victim? He wasn't wearing any kind of armor at the time of death. The victim and the defendant were in an intense argument. Perhaps she used the spell in a fit of rage. It was a crime of passion after all. Seems a little far-fetched, but you'll need hard evidence if you want to disprove it. Why would she go to the trouble of doing it? Sword alone would have been enough to commit the murder, huh? These are always looking for an excuse to throw their power around. There's no rhyme or reason to it, huh? Isn't that just your own personal bias, Commander, huh? We don't need to understand why the defendant did what she did. The fact of the matter is that magic was present at the crime scene. Do you have any evidence of the contrary? You don't. Yet. Traces of transmutation magic. If she used a spell like that, wouldn't that have created traces of magic on the ground? How so? Well, let's say you follow the prosecution's theory. That would mean that the victim fell to the ground with the sword still inside him. At this point, Mage Blade will still be active, right? You definitely leave a magical trace on the ground after making physical contact with it. Pardon me? Goodbye. You're already way ahead of you. Yeah, the people scan the crime scene. And we found traces of transmutation magic right under the body, just like you said. If you still don't believe me, I have a picture of the crime scene right here. Oh? How was this picture not brought to my attention? There was no need. This dark case is open and shut. Flint McCoy after he was murdered. Okay. Neat. Hey, look. What am I looking at? Okay, okay. That's how the picture looks like. What is that under the like handle or whatever that is? Are you able to respond to that? To what? The bot? Or something here? Or this? See pictures of the dead before. It feels different now that the body's of someone you knew. Looks like there are traces of magic on the ground. There's a broken thingy. Blood. The sword is a lot bigger than I thought. My god, huh? But the shape is a little weird, isn't it? Down there. Twitch mobile, you responded to you responded to the bot I banned. Oh. Okay, weird. What was that just now? See right in this photo, she killed him with a stab from the front. Right, this photo does show how he was stabbed from the front. Why do you feel like there's something wrong with the picture? Okay, easy. It's real easy if you knew the parameters of Mage Blade. So you can get down statements to whatever it says. Thank you. All thing you do now is press the statements. Yep, I did everything. So I need to pay attention. Hold on. Oh wait, no, that's the... Okay, wait, that's the hand... That is the handle. Wait, what is this? What is this bit? Also, does this mean this is all the traces of magic? There's something here. Yellow is the magic trace. I see. Okay, I see. If it's just imbued, if it's supposed to be just imbued on the sword, the magic trace being this big is weird. Oh, it's a bird. Hi, Garvey. True, we're definitely playing bird Ace Attorney game. My god, no way, huh? When's your sword? The defendant or intense argument. Yeah. It's not a bird. Yep. These aren't birds. Not playing that one. This is a different one. On the wound. That what this means. Present anything from here. Wait, oops. Wait, oops. I did press the wrong button. Good job. Jeez, feel like that. Trace matching on the ground. Fell to the ground with the sword still behind. Side. Magical trace on the ground after making physical contact with it. Under the body. Under the body. Traces of magic on the ground. The shape's a little weird, isn't it? Am I overthinking this? I feel like I am, huh? You can see there's more magic used other than just the sword, huh? And there's the shape being round to this bottle, to this side, like it's kind of spread out more, huh? Instead of just being used on the sword, which I see how it's used, but I don't know how magic traces go after they're used, so I'll try. If it's not this, I think I'll just go with this. What is this? Let's see.
Objection!
Well, music didn't stop, so yeah. Sounds about right, fair enough. Just here, right. Oh. No health bar.
Objection!
Oh. What was the other one? There's no penalty though, far enough. So I can take the before force it. It would take a while. I see. So is this for the entire game? Oh. Interesting, huh? What's wrong with that? Okay. There's no exploding health bar. These parts that do have health bar, but the main cross-examination bit doesn't. Yeah, I see. I did see in the first tutorial the whole argument thing. Okay. What's one of these? I think I know with the argument that wants to be made, but I don't know how. I don't exactly know How to refute? Oh. Yeah.
Objection!
Nope. Okay, wait. No. Oh, wrong one. Good job, but wrong button. Oh god. Oh, I see. I think this goes. Classic modern yet familiar attorney game issues. Can't read your mind, so I have to actually present the right thing on the right statement. Yep.
Objection!
Okay. Just gone through. I've gone through everything now. This? Really? This? Really? This? I guess we did learn that, she uses it on the sword itself. Hey.
Objection!
No, am I just, like, fully wrong? Am I... Check the autopsy? Oh. Oh. What? Okay. Just remembered. Fatal wound. The fact that it's heavy is interesting. Was it the wounds caused by transmutation magic or what? But how much help? What? I believe I'm getting frustrated at the point of getting up. Just ask. Do nothing. Yeah, I'll if I do get like fully stuck, I will ask. But I usually don't get to that. At least I hope I don't get to that. So yeah. If anything, keep it to yourself first, and then I'll just ask you. Wait, no. Died after being stabbed from behind? Wait, what, from how? Okay. God, I'm stupid. I didn't read the word that was actually important. Good job. Good job.
Objection!
Oh god. It's okay, I'm focusing on the wrong thing. Yeah, that tends to happen. I tend to do that. Classic attorney game. Check the autopsy. Yep. You presented another client contradiction. Yeah, what's that? You say that my client stabbed the victim from the front. Am I correct? Yeah, you can see it plain in that picture, huh? So where is your contradiction, huh? That's the thing, Commander. Your picture clearly shows that the victim was stabbed from the front. But the autopsy report says that he died from a stab from behind.
Objection!
Orem, you were supposed to list everything that you had. Why was this photo given to me? There's no need. There's no way it could have been anyone other than that damn mage. Prosecution had the image, hence the error. Yep. This is just bad proceedings. Order in the court. Mr. Cuthbert, what is the meaning of this? I'll tell you what the meaning behind this is, Your Honor. As the autopsy report states, the victim died from a stab wound originating from his back. But this photo clearly shows that the sword entered from his front. This can only mean one thing. The sword was inserted into the wound after the fatal wound had already been created. That's crazy. Do you honestly expect us to believe that? Then please let me comment right. How else would the sword be facing the opposite way? Do you think my client stabbed the victim with the hilt of her sword? I didn't think so. What really happened is clear. The real murderer stuck the sword through the victim's wound to implicate my client. But they made a careless mistake and stuck the sword through the opposite side.
Objection!
Shark's attack of opportunity. Second objection thing. Yeah, nice. Okay. Here's the request feature. And this one's Arya's. Yeah, I see. Still got her yourself. I believe that Mr. Cuthbert is adequately trusted in this. Oh, did he now? Let me ask you one question, Mr. Cuthbert. If your client didn't kill Flinthot McCoy, then who did? How should I know? If I'm not mistaken, it's the commander's job to figure that out. Oh, I'm well aware of the commander's incompetence. But one fact still stands. There was magic detected on the wound and the sword. Would you like for me to tell you how many mages live in a small town? You like where she's going with this? Just one. There's only one registered mage in that entire town. And that mage is your client. Yep. Kinda had that vibe. The defendant was also established to have been with the victim hours before his death. She was the last known person with him, and she was the only mage there. In addition to that, I have several witnesses who heard them arguing. How she murdered the victim is simply an unanswered question. Let's see, that certainly does change matters. I can't say that the prosecution's evidence is irrefutable, but there is still evidence that casts guilt upon the defendant. Don't set them. There are far too many unanswered questions for me to pass a verdict. We will give law enforcement time to clear these unknowns. At least the judges. Ever always nice. Ever always just. I suggest that they conduct that investigation more thoroughly this time. We'll resume the trial tomorrow morning. Oh, okay. We can actually look at the crime scene. Okay. Court is adjourned. That was quick. All things considered. Hello, Cuthbert. We're another day. Yep. See what kind of the courtroom with Celeste. You agree with my Miss Tomorrow. Miss Tomorrow? You're here? Oh, how you froze up during the first cross-examination. Someone was shut down as it was wrong, right? Shortest trial. Yeah, that was really short. Like, that can't have been freaking. That can't have been like what? More than 30 minutes, if that. Like in real life, you gotta hop. Feel a little ashamed that your mentors, all of that. Something else you'll notice about this game is that they don't meander around the point forever like AA does. Oh, okay. It's good to know. At the end of the day, you were able to pull it together. And once you did that, you performed adequately. On that note, I wanted to give you this. It's a spell compendium. Ooh. Celeste McCoy's spell compendium contains the formula for the following spell: Mage Blade. And Mage Blade, okay. There's a bit added. School, Transmutation, Incantation, Arcane. Gesture, non-duration 1 minute, concentration, yes. For the duration of the spell, the edges of this object, usually a blade, become unnaturally sharp, making it more effective at slashing through tough material. While under the effects of the spell, the object emits a yellow radiant glow. Target object must be no longer than a 5 feet cube. Having played some AA after playing Tyrion, I mean, it's just how many twists and turns Capcom managed to squeeze into AA games. Yeah. My boy AA also extends the game in his surname. That's also how real life works. Yeah. It's gonna be the pacing is gonna be a little different from what I've seen, huh? So yeah. I spoke on you. Swept it from the dining area before the Inquisition arrived. Thought it'd be best for you to have it. So this is your spell compendium. And it only has one spell. Mage Blade. This means that the prosecution has to prove that Celeste used that specific spell. They will restrict how they approach this case, which gives you an edge over them. But that prosecutor is really something else. Prosecutor still won't die. Still never heard him basing this faster. Yeah. Gives you chill just thinking about it. You wouldn't even know it, but this was also her first trial. Really? I thought that an experience would make for a good first opponent. So that's why you put us on, fair enough. But that girl, she's a natural in the courtroom. Makes me wonder why a Steelwind would choose to become an attorney in the first place. What do you mean? The Steelwinds are a powerful noble house. Of the noble families, they're one of the few who answer directly to the king. Most members of their house take high-ranking positions in the kingdom's military. So it's a bit strange that she chose to become a prosecutor despite that. I feel like I've heard it somewhere before. In any case, it's best that you focus on the trial. You have about a day until the court resumes. They have a higher IQ than average AD character. They do. Ooh. Right, now that I have time, I'd like to ask you some questions, Celeste. Namely about that argument you had with your father. Oh, see the bailiff staring daggers at Celeste? Looks like they're waiting to take her back to her cell. What if questions you have for her will have to wait. You should probably go, huh? Celeste walks away while avoiding eye contact with you. Bringing up her argument with Flintheart may have struck a nerve. Also use this opportunity to investigate the crime scene. I wouldn't be surprised if the Inquisition missed something. You utterly embarrassed them today. Don't expect them to make the same mistake twice. Right, there's still a lot of things we don't know about. As much as I hate to admit it, your skills of deduction are far surpass mine. If anyone can figure out what really happened that night, it's you. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I've had anything to like. How much? Smooth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. No. I'll just save it here. Plus, Tyrion's Eye of Horus is Phoenix Wright's Magatama, Polyjustice Perceive, and Athena Sykes' Psychoanalysis all rolled into one. He's kind of OP. It's true, actually. I didn't think about that, but yeah. It really is. You're right back at the McCoy Tavern. Luckily for you, the Inquisition set up a teleportation circle for you to use. What? Teleportation? Name. With that circle, you can magically teleport between the capital and the crime scene instantaneously. Oh well. Pacing newbie fast. It's definitely miles better than having to travel by carriage. It's convenient. Guess it makes traveling to and from places make sense and more. Just add a snap of the finger. By selecting the thing. Hey, it's you. What are you doing here? Benoit takes notice of you as you enter the tavern. So it looks like he's working with a team of knights to investigate the crime scene. I'm the defense attorney in this case. I have just as much right to investigate this crime scene as you do. Yeah, whatever. Just remember, I got my eye on you, kid, huh? Okay. Ooh, wait. Okay, let's do this. What do you think about this? I don't know what you're expecting me to say. Not much to say about that. You best trust this. Okay. Let me do my thing and examine. So you like this, is he? Tradition honored. Yep. Gotta do it. Christian list of candles. There's a magical lamp right here. Just get inside. Oh, and they have a tick. Nice. Oh. The whole thing. Okay. Smart looking lamp down on the wall. It's a lamp powered artificery. I didn't expect to find something this sophisticated in a town like this. Artificery is just another form of magic. Actually, artificery draws from surrounding ley lines too. Had a nice first science lesson, kid. Anyways, look where artificery got these folks. The arcane power is still baroque, and they haven't had any power for weeks. Yep, nothing can beat good old oil and flame. Broken power cell. Koyin is outfitted with several lamps powered by artificery. However, the arcane power cell has been broken for weeks and the lamps can be turned on. Okay. Painting. It's painting of a man in a suit. It's in text on it. I don't... Politician of the pedantic, yo! It's you, my ads. Very nice. This is a cameo, good stuff. I've heard of this guy. He's some kind of politician for one of the nations west of here. Heard he's pretty much a shoo-in to win whatever election they have going there. Yeah, nice. Election was for hard studying democracy's first little revolution. Oh my god, huh? Nice. You know, I wasn't expecting you to see your cameo like this quickly. Or this early, I mean. So, hey, nice. I assume it's gonna be others. Just other names. Ones I probably don't know. Oh. There's another one. It's a painting of a mage. There's some text on it. Samala Dalian. Dalian? Huh? Legendary practitioner of the arcane arts. He mysteriously disappeared one day. There's other names that most of the pictures. I see. That's nice. So there is developing a formula for a new transmutation spell. However, he was reckless in casting the spell, and Dalian quickly lost control of his magic. His body was never found, and it's speculated that he didn't actually die during the accident. If that's true, or did he end up? Sounds like a cautionary tale against using magic. That might explain why Cuthbert keeps it in his tavern. One crowdfunded got a main character and 2 got minor characters. character and 2 got minor characters. Oh, I see, Close to whales, I see. Yeah, okay. Nice. It's nice to see. Right. What is... There's a broken bottle on the floor, sharded close to the chalk outline of the body. The has the words lotus juice. There, is that brand before? Must be 4. Shattered bottle of lotus juice. Shattered remains of a glass bottle he found next to Chloe's body. Lotus juice. Nothing else. Not the top anywhere. Okay, cool. There's a chalk outline of a person on the ground of the tavern. This is probably where Philhart died. The alley matches the picture that the Inquisition took. Nothing seems out of place here. Okay. So we learned this place runs on artificery, but the arcane cell, whatever, is broken after weeks, so it gets really dark, you see. There's a bottle of lotus juice. Questions? Oh, 1 sec. I need to go piss. 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Just in time. Nice. Right. Sorry if I asked some questions. Yes. Hello? 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 Controller? I know. My controller not working now all of a sudden. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Please. I'm on the wrong tab, that's why. Okay, there we go. Okay. What were we saying? Ask questions. It's fed up the likes of you. I saw your bosses and I know what you're up to. Such you didn't con me. What? I'm just looking for some information here. Luckily, sorry. He was cooperative before when he let you see Celeste. Why is he so stupid now? Is he angry that you embarrassed him in court today? In case you won't get anywhere with this, right? I was hoping to persuade him to an argument. What? Okay. Psychological profiles. Helps to prepare before starting an argument with someone. Talk to Orem or present items to him to build a psychological profile for him. If you successfully fill the profile gauge, you'll receive more information during any arguments. Stop. Okay. Neat. Help argument. Okay. I think this. Autopsy report seems to be pretty detailed in some aspects and vague in others. Why is that? Not sure about the details. The autopsy is performed by a mage who studies divination. The magic gives us details about how someone dies. There's always a few blind spots. Blind spots? Like what? Well, for one thing, if someone mucks around with the body after death, the report becomes muddled. Divination magic can tell what happened to a body, but not in what order and at what times. Okay. So someone's definitely stabbed Flintheart's body with this sword. If what he's saying is true, it'll be that much harder to figure out what kind of weapon originally killed him. The mage sword is really is strange. It's almost a shame that we had to confiscate it. Is it really that abnormal? It's definitely not like any kind of sword I've seen. It was forged in the Eastern Kingdoms. This nothing. One. Okay, don't spam. Don't spam too much. Let's see this. Never seen a real spell companion before. Still not exactly sure how they work. Well, spell companions are magical devices that display exactly which spells a mage can cast. You can probably guess, but the Inquisition uses these things all the time. Having that information is definitely a blessing for the defense and the prosecution. This place has been without power for about a week. If there's any information I can refer from that. They've been using candles to keep the place lit. That's exactly why you can't rely on magic. Man, so delighted, huh? What are lotus juices? Definitely not any drink that I've heard of. Must be some kind of imported brand. So, what does the Arcane Inquisition do exactly? Trying to pick a fight with me? No, I'm just genuinely curious. Well, I'm sure you already know, but us Inquisitors investigate crimes that involve magic. Do crimes like this happen often? Nah, maybe once in a blue moon. Makes sense. Most mages are in nobility after all. Even if they're untouchable, they don't make a habit of getting into trouble with the law. You must have an easy job then. You got that right. You just clean up the nobility's messes. Didn't seem that happy about that. Let's see. Wonder why you seem to be speaking negatively about my client's magic. You have a personal grudge against mages. You're damn right I do. Well, you shouldn't try to deny it. You shouldn't try to deny it. And if you had any sense, you would too. All a mage has to do is wave their hands and say some magic nonsense. You suddenly have a dead body on the ground. And don't get me started on mage blight. If some noble uses their magic too much, they end up snapping and going on a rampage. I don't know if this is going too far, but why join the Inquisition if you hate mages so much? Considering the fact that that my job is to sweep the nobility's crimes under the rug? Sorry, I didn't mean to insinuate. No, you have the right of it. Anytime a noble is involved in a case, I'm ordered to look the other way. Don't seem very happy about that, to do that. What do you say in this line of work? Because every once in a while, I'm allowed to put a criminal mage behind bars. Can't go after the nobles. But any other mage is fair game. At least they were, before your boss showed up. Boss? It's Mr. Mora. I forgot to present things other than those. Nothing. What about, I can present myself? Oh. I never knew tomorrow etiquette. Well, I've never seen him before. I tend to stay inside a lot. As a child, you couldn't control the Ivors that well. Hearing the myriad of thoughts from a large crowd tended to be overwhelming for you. I've only ever seen her as a ruthless lawyer. Hard to imagine a woman like that taking care of a kid. Well, she was just as ruthless as the Guardian. Let's see. And I have to ask, did something happen between you and Miss Tamora? Ha, Miss Tamora. What are you, her lackey or something? Actually, she's my guardian. Oh, I didn't know she even had a... Look, kid. I don't know what the deal is between you two, but no good will ever come from associating with her. I think this likes too, Electra Boogaloo. Yep. About the rumors, isn't it? Throughout the years, there have been several insidious rumors surrounding Miss Tamora. She's been accused of forgery, blackmail, and all manner of illegal activities. Secretly, misinformation spread by the nobility to discourage her. She's always been fine with it, but you can't help but get angry on her behalf. It's more like just rumors. I've seen it for myself. That woman is evil, kid. She defends mages who don't have the protection of the nobility. She's not evil, she's a hero. Yeah, whatever. Looks like the profile's complete. I'll do that better. So, noted. He does not like mages. Sykes make A7 Sykes game. Yeah. Only sitting in one game. Like as the focus. Defendant. I expected a girl like that to be a mercenary, but I would also never expected her to be a murderer either. She's not a murderer, and I'll prove it at the trial tomorrow. Yeah, whatever you say, kid. You? What do you think about yourself? I want to just say, oh damn, fair enough. Okay, how are you? I heard this is Prosecutor Steelwind's first trial. Must be pretty talented if that's true, huh? Pain my butt is what she is. That damn noble comes in here telling me how to do my job. Honestly, I have no idea what she's even doing in this line of work. She's a mage from a noble house, isn't she? She must be a pretty powerful mage. Powerful is an understatement. Any one of the steel winds could turn this entire town into a glass crater. Whoa. That's true, right? That powerful. Okay. I think that's everything. Oh, I can. Maybe later. We'll be tomorrow. I have to ask something. You miss tomorrow. Actually, she's my guardian. Same thing. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Help argument. Commander White seems unusually hostile towards you. And you have a feeling it's not just because you embarrassed him in court today. If you can clear up this misunderstanding, you might be able to convince him to help you. Good God. Chill out on words, man. I gotta slow down. Come on. Start an argument? Yes. Here we go. Alright, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Oh neat. Get to see his profile on display. Commander White is stubborn and stuck in his ways. He seems to have a grudge against Ruby tomorrow and will react negatively to try to defend her. However, he will respect you if you defend yourself against personal attacks. Okay. Your problem with me, Commander White. You should know exactly what my problem is with you. I saw who you work for, so I have to spell it out for you. Maybe tomorrow is a crooked lawyer. Or does the boss not tell you what she gets up to, huh? So, elocutions. Arguments aren't always fought using hard evidence. Sometimes you need to elocute to convince your opponent that their claim is wrong. When prompted for an elocution, choose from one of the 3 possible responses. The correct response can be gleaned from reading your opponent's psychological profile. Okay. Okay, I see. Tomorrow's crooked lawyer. Face accusations against me or Mr. Mara. I'm done heading this case. Doesn't matter how you feel about me or Mr. Mara. It matters that my client deserves a fair trial with fair representation. Well, one of these. I think this is gonna be wrong. I assume it's this. We'll see. Regardless of what Mr. Barr has done, I am the one heading this case. It sounded good. What problems you have over there? They have nothing to do with me. Okay, nice. So let's change the fact that you work for her. I've seen that woman do all kinds of shady crap in this case I've worked. Forgery, bribery, blackmail, you name it. Just another crook. I'll bet you're just the same. A successor for the devil of defense attorneys. Regardless of what you've seen her do, but in this case, successor has nothing to do with it. Have you seen me do any of those things because you know all I've done so far is point out mistakes that you've made? at least sounds good. I would think it's this one. Although I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna respond well to that. But I don't know. Well, let's see. Okay. I've seen me do any of those things. All I've done so far is point out the mistakes that you've made. Look, okay, I like nothing more than to believe you. But after everything I've seen her do, I know better. No reason to trust you. Okay. You're taught by that woman can't be anything more than a crook. You really don't like her, huh? You have no proof that she's a crook. You should have proof that I'm one either. Nothing I've done has given you any reason to stop me. It seems to get you in crook-like behavior. One of these. Oh. Right now I'm just a defense attorney that's asking you for information. Nothing that I've done has given you any reason to suspect me. God. Argument 1. Nice. You just want some info, right? Yes, that's all I'm asking for. Alright. I'll answer your questions. Just don't make me regret this. Successfully persuaded Baron White. He's mine. Okay. Murder weapon. This probably goes without saying, but I don't believe that sword is the murder weapon. Right. I guess you have to prove that someone else put the sword there. Did the Inquisition find anything suspicious on the scene? If you're asking if you found another bloody weapon lying around, we definitely didn't. Too convenient. But let's say that the girl really is being framed. There was another murder weapon. The killer probably walked out with it. Do you think they could have hidden it somewhere in the tavern? Doubt it. After the trial, Steelwind turned the place upside down and scanned it with her magic. If someone did hide a murder weapon here, they hid it well. Or hid it in plain sight. Mistake? Can't believe you made such an obvious mistake during your investigation. Oh, shut it with that. I already got an earful from Steelwind about that mess. Well, you don't have to worry about me mucking things up. Steelwind's basically taken over the entire investigation. She had to tell me to do that. Normally she wouldn't, but you know better than to go against the order of someone noble. That'd be a strange power to not treat them. Honestly, that girl sweats the details too much. She even had my men drop a scaled map of the crime scene. Do you have a copy? Sure, knock yourself out. Don't know how much good it'll do you. Cheers. Take a look, see. Geometrically scaled map of the crime scene. 5 foot, 5 foot. Hands up. Cool. Doors there. That's there. He died there. Okay. Alright, Steelwind. I heard this is Prosecutor Steelwind's first trial. She must be pretty talented, that's true. Yeah, okay. I've heard this already. Okay. I think you found everything that you can here. What does it all mean? There's no murder weapon to be found. And there's no obvious evidence of another person at the scene. Hey, you okay? Got quiet all of a sudden. Alright, let's focus. Close your eyes and let everything else disappear from the world. Hey, you listening? So, there's no clear evidence pointing to another killer. There is, however, evidence pointing to how Flintheart moved before his death. What can we tell about how Flintheart died? There's no blood trail leading to or from the body. What does this imply about the location of Flintheart's death? Ooh, okay. Ooh. God, these not like rotating And just switching between things is a little crazy. Before the trial? You love this track? Got some nice tense. How Flintheart died. Didn't move before the murder. So yeah. During. Attacked Flintheart. Framed Celeste. Didn't move. I assume this. Was before or during the murder? Let's do before. No. There's no blood trail or defense party left. This is very important. Where Flint was for the murder. Okay. During. There we go. Flintheart died where he was attacked. He didn't move from his position at all, huh? Yeah, I guess you're right. There's also the autopsy report, which says that he died from a stab from behind. He was probably caught off guard and was too incapacitated to move anywhere else. That means the attack happened at the exact position he fell over. He fell over. Okay, updated. There's also the shattered bottle of lotus juice. How did the bottle shatter? That doesn't mean anything, but the shattered bottle is right next to the body. It's right next to the Rue place dropped the sword. How did the bottle shatter? Unless it just dropped during the attack. Break like that. Definitely anything else, so yeah. When I dropped the bottle when he was attacked. From that we can infer that he was holding it the moment before he was attacked. No, the music is like, whoa. It's like progressing bit by bit. That's neat. So he's getting more layers. I was just saying that, yeah. Getting more layers as you make deductions. Yeah. Wow. That's cool. That's nice. What's so strange about one bottle though? It may seem like an insignificant detail, but that detail could help me infer other elements of what happened during the murder. Right. Also the fact that the artificer lights were out. It's like they were telling this to, effectively, our detective. It's just like, we're kind of doing the work here. But also the fact that the artificer lights were out. Were these candles here when you left the crime scene, Oren? No, we had to light some so we could see the crime scene properly. We thought it was weird too. The girl and the father must have had their argument in pitch black darkness. Stayed at the crime scene. So, they didn't light any candles to make up for the broken lights. Basement, the crime scene, the town. Crime scene had no lighting during the murder. Crime scene had no lighting during the murder. Broken power cell, good, huh? The argument that Celeste had with Flintheart must have been spontaneous. They weren't planning to have a conversation in this room. In this darkness, Flintheart wouldn't have a lot of visibility. If he was stabbed from behind, he probably didn't see it coming. He was clearly surprised and was probably in too much shock to run away. Also, the bottle may seem insignificant, but he was holding it when he was attacked. Maybe he was pouring a drink for himself, or maybe it was for a visitor. Either way, the assailant must have been unseen by Flintheart. Kid? Or the assailant attacked him from his blind spot while his back was turned. Why would his back be turned, though? Was he distracted by something? Yeah, kid! What was that all about? Sorry, sometimes I just get lost in my own thought. Yeah, well, cut it out. You're freaking me out. Just trying to take in the scene one by one. It's kinda cool. Yeah. Right. Anyways, you think you've found everything you can here? You should move somewhere else. P. Here, not here. Also gotta say, every time I like start going to like go into a different menu. Kind of moves me in some weird ways. Can I? I see that. Yeah. Like I could present them again. Nothing. Okay. I guess they always go to like, yeah, they always go to like state 0. It's on the exam button instead of being on the like last used thing, which is what I'm used to. But okay. Ratholm Courthouse. I'm gonna go here because I assume there's nothing here. Oh, Cuthbert, you're back already. Sorry, I guess I'm just a little lost about where to go next. Well, I suppose I can give you some guidance this time. Oh, assistance. Sometimes it helps to speak with someone about the investigation. One character will almost always be able to assist you. You can speak with them about the investigation or ask them where to go next. Right now, it would be tomorrow is assisting you, but who knows? Maybe someone else might help you in the future. Okay. Neat. I can talk to everyone here. I can talk to you a bunch. What is... It's my time position. Sorry. Oh, okay. Nothing about the badge. Nothing. 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 Okay, how about... Nothing? Okay. No, fair enough. Let's see. Oh, it's Painting of a Knight. Select under it. Sir Diogo, former commander of the Arcane Inquisition. Or Diogo. Well beloved by both the people and his fellow knights. After many years of service, Commander Diogo, I'm going with Diogo. Sorry if that's wrong. Retired with honors. With this plaque, we thank and honor him for his dedication and commitment to the Kingdom of Woodengard. Nice. It's Painting of a Knight. General David Serrano, former chief of the King's Guard, a beloved ally of House Steelwind who served during the Great Luminite War. The annals of history have countless tales of his courage, wit, and heroism. With this plaque, we thank and honor him for coming to the defense of our kingdom in our greatest time of need. No. Nice. The benches at the courtroom. You sit here as a child when Mr. Moore was filling the clients. Oh no. This courtroom, Fate's countless people outside behind the doors. That's everything. Okay, nothing. How about... Okay. No, nothing still? Okay, fine. I don't have a clue, didn't really know what happened. So knowing the state of a crime scene is instrumental to solve cost-cutting purposes. Habit of remembering what you've learned about the crime scene, yeah. Indeed. Where should I go next, Miss Laura? The Inquisition should be done just questioning Celeste by now. I want to talk to her and find out why she was arguing with Flintheart. Okay. But I will do... Oh, I can go here. Wait. People keep seeing you here. They're going to start asking questions. Leave the investigation to me. All I have to do is stay quiet until the trial is over. Hurling upstairs, you spot the prosecutor having a conversation with someone. You seem to be some kind of argument. Enough. I will do as I see fit. You may be a Steelwind, but this is my land. Oh, sorry. Oh, you're the defense attorney from the trial. I'm sorry, but who? How did My name is Lord Garrick Pierce, the ruling noble of this land. Nobleman, huh? As the ruling noble, I suppose I should thank you for playing your role in the current trial. As misguided as it may be, I suppose that you also think my client is guilty. It does not matter what I think. This entire scandal has done nothing but rile up the common folk. Magic is a gift for the nobility and the nobility alone. It is a symbol of the aristocracy and our divine right to rule. And now that bastard child has tainted that symbol in the public eye. Well, that has nothing to do with her. She's just an innocent woman who got wrapped up in all of this. Even if she is innocent, charges have been laid and made public. Someone must take the fall, lest the public accuse the justice system of corruption. So you're saying that she should be guilty, even if she's innocent? Found guilty. What do you suppose will happen if she's acquitted? All the public will see is a mage going free despite a myriad of evidence. That alone would be enough to cause public outrage. Tensions between the aristocracy and the common folk are high enough as is. What is one insignificant girl when compared to the stability of our great kingdom? That's enough. Stop antagonizing him, Pierce. Okay. Slow down. I can't refute what he said, but I don't agree with it. System should be based on truth and justice, not on public opinion. Why are you working against my client? Do you honestly think she's the kind of person that would kill her father? This man, what kind of person she appears to be. The evidence clearly points to her as the only possible killer. But you should fight according to your own ideals, just as I will fight for mine. It's hard to get a read on that woman. So those guest rooms, some rooms that you and Mr. Moore used, they don't look like they've been open for quite some time. Whole tavern. Some candles lighting up the hallway. Look like they used to be part of the old architecture. Door at the end of the hallway. It's seen some use recently. Tried to open the door, but seems to be locked. So I might have to keep to open it. Okay. Good to know. Suppose that's everything here. Question? Nothing. Never mind. Oh, actually, wait. No. Fuck you. Garrick Pierce. What about this? Nothing? Okay, fair enough. Okay. Let's go to you real quick. I assume this can be nothing, but yeah, fair enough. Go here. Let's go to the barracks for once. Return to the cell that Celeste is being kept in. The ambient despair of the air fills your mind like a horrendous stench. You do your best to ignore the emotions of the other prisoners, but you haven't had much practice blocking out this many people. As you arrive, you see Celeste huddled down in a corner. As soon as she sees you, her dour mood seems to lift, if only for a moment. Oh, hi, Mr. Cuthbert. As long as you address me so formally, just call me Tyrion. Okay. Anyways, I came here to ask you some questions about the case. Right. Examine. Doors are hanging around so. Be responsible to put a potentially harmful item in here with the prisoners, but perhaps the Inquisition doesn't care about that. So the bar to window. Even if prisoners somehow broke through the bars, there's 3-story drop to freedom. One locked door that leads into the cell. Seems to be blocked by some kind of magical mechanism. Nothing else here. Okay. Badge? Can you tell me more about this? I don't really know what to say about that, sorry. Stress fails. Okay. Probably should yeah, probably should. We should remember about it for this doesn't necessarily. Okay. This is a pretty strange sword. I've never seen anything like it. Do you like it? It's a souvenir I got while I was traveling in the Eastern Kingdoms. You've been to the Eastern Kingdoms? I thought Wolfengard had a strict policy preventing people from crossing the border. Well, I didn't exactly enter illegally. Illegally? I mean, because the class got to sell. Doesn't seem to be listening. Please don't be kind of telling people that. You're in enough trouble as it is. Yeah. Mage Blade. It's a spell that magically sharpens my sword so that I can cut through plate armor. When would you even need to use a spell like that? Well, it's not just for plate armor. I can cut through all kinds of things with it. Trees, boulders, ballista, fortified gates. It cuts through most of those things like butter. Wow. Such a wonder what kind of life she led before this case. I can look at this. Victim. Okay. No? Okay, fair enough. What about... I didn't expect to find artificery in a village like yours. Yeah, I bought it for my family to make their lives easier. But I think it just made things more complicated. Yeah, without an arcane power, so those lights are very useful. Okay, same thing. Okay. Nothing there. Okay, nothing there. Yourself? Nothing. Okay. So you can show himself. No. Nothing about him. Nothing about you either. And just for the sake of it, there you go. Nothing. Alright. The trial. Sorry for freezing up like that. It's lost us the trial. No, there's no need to apologize. You did great. It was only thanks to her. If she hadn't called you down, who knows what would have happened. I still don't understand though. Why were there traces of magic on my dad's body? Those traces of magic were on the sword and the body. Magical traces are particles of magic residue that are left behind when a mage casts a spell. They were on the ground for 48 hours. That gives you a rough timeline of when and where a spell is cast. I see. Did you cast Mage Blade on your sword that day? I did. I usually cast it when I train in the morning. Okay. Explains why there was a trace on the sword, at least. Did the trace on my sword leave the magical trace on my dad's body? No. Magical traces can be moved around physically. For a spell to leave a trace, it has to be active when physical contact is made. Active, okay. What does that mean then? Whoever killed your father had a transmutation spell active on it at the time. The magical trace on your sword was just an unlucky coincidence. I can't believe this. Okay, what's your name more about your father? Sorry, I know this must be difficult after everything that's happened. No, it's okay. If it helps you, I'll try my best to answer your questions. Were you too close? You were. I'm sure you know this by now, but I was adopted by him and my mom. But even though I didn't have their blood, they treated me as if I did. He loved me with all his heart until... till what? Does this have something to do with the argument they had? I'm sorry to say this, but I could hear your argument from my room that night. Could you tell me about what happened? For as long as I can remember, my dad has hated mages. Not sure why, but if he even mentioned magic around him, he'd fly into a rage. So I hid my magic from my family. Why even learn magic in the first place? If you really wanted to, you could have gone your whole life without using it. Ever since our tavern closed, my family's been in a lot of debt. I decided to become a mercenary and use magic to enhance my ability to fight. Most mages are in the nobility, so people will pay a lot for a sell sword who can use magic. So that's why she's a mercenary. Let's see. Celeste's occupation. Okay. But I know now, learning magic was the biggest mistake I've ever made. On that night, my dad found my spell compendium. When he confronted me about it, I finally came clean to him. That's when he flew into another one of his reaches. He shouted at me. He told me that I betrayed him and his family. So sorry. I can't imagine how that must have felt. I deserved every bit of it. I knew how much he hated magic, but I learned to use it anyways. He showed me so much love, and I just threw it all away. Don't say that. I'm sure he still loved you. No, I could see it in his eyes. He hated me. And he died hating me. Oh. You feel a sharp pain in your chest to see that. Lock the door. Good. This poor family's mercenary. Many people will pay extra for a mercenary that can use magic. Just in case. No, that's it. Locked door. So, there's a locked room in the tavern. It's at the very end of the hallway upstairs. The Inquisition probably searched it already, but I just wanted to investigate it to make sure. A locked room at the end of the hallway. I think that's my room. Do you know how you get in there? It's the only room in the tavern that I haven't investigated. Suspicious gaze from Celeste. What's that look for? I'm your lawyer. I'm not going to do anything weird. Sorry, you're right. Here, you can use this key to get inside. Oh, you still have your key? Celeste's bedroom key. Nothing. Bro. She has the right to think that, to be fair. Nothing here. Nothing here. Fair enough. There's no one else to really talk to, and I doubt Miss Tor has anything to say, so I'm just gonna go. Can I? Like... Okay, no. You just have to go. Celeste's bedroom. You use the key to enter Celeste's room. However, you're startled when you notice that someone else is already inside. Whoa. I've already told you knights everything that I know. What more do you... Oh, aren't you Celeste's attorney? I am? Who are you? Oh, are you her mom? I'm Jolene McCoy. Celeste's mother, I see. Okay. Jolene. Unemployed. I was at the trial this morning. I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done for my daughter. This is Celeste's mother. She might be able to tell you more about Flintheart. Okay. About that, do you mind if I ask you some questions for my investigation? Of course. I'll do anything I can to help. Okay. You look around first. Eh? What? Oh, okay. The table with several chairs. These friends and guests. In Celeste's room. Oh. Music. Doesn't seem much use though. That's just always there. Interesting. Ooh. This painting will move some sort of aquatic animal. It's the axolotl. Oh, I love that painting. Celeste brought it back from her travels. Supposedly, that woman is named Madeline Kipling. From what I've heard, she runs as a wildlife sanctuary for endangered species. Guessing this is our culprit? Her? Well, no. I doubt it. At least I very, very heavily doubt it. There's magic used. And also at the very start, like the intro thing, we see like a cutscene of what happened like during the murder. And then Garrick Pierce was here. Oh. I was talking to him and presumably killed him. Yeah, I think she's just here. Sanctuary for endangered species. The animal in this painting is called a fake imp. That's telling me that she really likes them. These kinds of creatures even existed. It's fancy looking bed. Celeste had a custom made. Must something like this be really expensive? It was. I was really surprised when she returned from her travels. Apparently, she was making a lot of gold from her job as a mercenary. Oh, you and Flintheart must have been happy for her. We are, but I still wish she'd get a less dangerous job. There's a door leading to the upstairs hallway. And like carpet. In the house? Like it is. Okay, Flintheart. Actually, let me present stuff. I want to present these. Okay, let me present this. I think like so I don't know much about these things. Do enough. Yes, that's a reminder about her dead husband more than you need to. Okay. Let's see. So sort of nothing about sort. Okay. Not this. This. How long have you been using artificery to light up your house? Yes, Celeste was insistent. Honestly, Flint and I didn't see the appeal. She was so excited to install it, we just gotta say no. It is a bit of a problem, though. The machine that powers the lights always breaks. But it's just such a shame that the bottle shattered. I was really looking forward to surprising Celeste. It's probably his last gift to her. Oh, I see. It's supposed to be a gift. Oh, okay. So that's part of the current scene. Opinion? If only I told Flint about Celeste's powers, maybe I could have avoided all of this. Sure, torture yourself with hypotheticals. You know what you thought was right. I suppose you have a point. I feel like I'm going a little out of order here, because these are kind of out of context. But, whatever. So surprised that Celeste is a mercenary, yeah. It's not the first job I'd picked to support my family. I think that it fits her. She had a habit of picking fights with people when she was a child. Oh, I didn't expect that. She may be adopted, but she's definitely Flint Heart's daughter. Bedroom key? Nothing. Okay. I assume it's the same thing? Nope, nothing. Okay, nothing there. I assume nothing about me. Yeah. Not Celeste. Why is this happening to us? Can't imagine how Celeste is taking off. I'm sorry. I wish there was more I could do. I just want to see her again. You will. I'll make sure she's acquitted. Herself. I assume nothing. So there's gonna be nothing about here. Oh, Garrick. Oh, right, actually, yeah. There was talk about Garrick and Flint Heart knowing each other, so we saw in the intro. I saw Garrick Pierce here earlier. Did he say anything to you? No, I didn't even know he was here. But maybe it's for the best. The Gary we knew is probably long gone now. Gary. Nothing about her, or I assume. Yeah, just for the sake of it, yeah. Okay. Can you tell me why your husband hated mages so much? I understand that most people dislike the nobility and associate magic with them, but on that night, it's like he was furious at Celeste specifically because she was a mage. Oh, he must have talked to Celeste. I wasn't there when the argument happened, but I can only imagine what he said to her. Do you know what happened to him? Why does he hate magic so much? Celeste doesn't know about this, but years ago Flintheart had a sister named Effie. When I was a child, we were friends with a boy named Garrick Pierce. He was the son of the ruling noble at the time. See, Garrick Pierce and the nobleman was speaking was still under there. Yep. We were all inseparable at the time. He'd always sneak into town to play with us against his family's wishes. Oh, they probably weren't too happy about that. He was kind of rebellious back then. He's a completely different person now. But everything changed when Garrick began learning how to use magic. One day, when we were playing together, he wanted to show off the spells that he'd learned. He was told not to use his magic without his instructor there, but he was just too excited. He began casting spells, but something went horribly wrong. He lost control of his magic and fatally wounded Effie. Oh, ouch. We tried bringing her back into town, but by that time it was too late. She was already gone. Okay. Well, sorry, that must have been traumatizing for all of you. The next day, the Arcane Inquisition came to investigate what happened. House Pierce used their connections to cover up what happened. They even threatened Flintheart's family into keeping quiet. After that, the official story was that he had been mauled by a wolf. Wow. Not surprising. Nobility seldom take responsibility for their actions, even for a mistake like that. Ugh. Ouch. Flintheart's sister has been at 2 months. Flintheart's sister died during an accident involving Garrick Pierce and his magic. Ever since then, he has hated magic and the mages willed him. Something changed in Flintheart after that. He began speaking out against the nobility. Eventually, he started hosting rallies in this very tavern. Each night, more and more people began listening to his words and joining his cause. The number of people that he got under his banner was terrifying. There was even talk of an outright revolution against the kingdom. might explain why someone would go out of their way to kill him. He knew how much danger he was putting himself in. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't convince him to stop. His attitude didn't even begin to change until we adopted Celeste. Oh, sorry. Can you tell me more about Celeste? How did you become a part of your family? It all happened many years ago, back when the McCoy Tavern was still open. We were closing one night when we found a baby with white hair abandoned in the dining area. In the dining area? A baby? We waited weeks for her parents to come by, but no one ever came looking for her. And that baby was Celeste? That was kind of messed up. Well, yes. Sweetheart and I had always wanted a child. I thought that Celeste must have been a gift from the Scale Lord. But one day I saw Celeste practicing her magic. I think that's when I realized that someone from the nobility must have abandoned her at our inn. I didn't care though. I loved her all the same. I'm sure Sweetheart did too, huh? But you knew that she was a mage all this time? I did. You haven't known her for very long, but she's a terrible liar. Sweetheart must have noticed it too, but I think that he didn't want to believe it. I should have forced him to see the truth. Sweetheart Celeste. I spoke with Celeste earlier. She said that her father hated her because she was a mage. There's no way he would ever feel that way. He loved her more than anything in the world. No matter what he said to her that night, nothing would ever change that. It doesn't even get me feel as much. Celeste was the world to him. When we adopted her, it was the first time in decades that I'd seen him so genuinely happy. They must have been really close. More than anything. Do you want to hear a story? Celeste had just returned from her travels. She wouldn't stop talking about this foreign drink that she loved. I think it was called lotus juice or something strange like that. Well, Sweetheart did everything he could to have it shipped here. He called in a bunch of favors with some of his revolutionary friends. But at the end, he was only able to get a single bottle of it. Is it really that rare? Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if it were the only bottle of lotus juice in the region. Wow. Lotus juice, huh? Is this the bottle that Sweetheart brought? Show a picture of the shard bottle that you found next to Friend's bottle. It is! Oh, we were going to surprise her with it. For the book pieces next to Flint Hearts. Oh well, I found them in the dining area. That's strange. He had been keeping it in our room so she wouldn't find it. Really? When was the last time you saw it? Right before I left the house that night. It was right before their big argument. So it wasn't just laying around the bar. He decided to retrieve it after the argument. I see. Wow. Oh, this is tragic. Sweetheart McCoy Holland's bottle. Tried to drink better. Celeste's favorite drink, lotus juice. You think you've investigated everything now. Still one last thing you need to do. You ready yourself for one last conversation with Celeste. Yeah, and I did go a little out of order because now we have context for this. Testimony. Oh yeah. Her sister died in an accident while Garrett Pearson's magic. Yeah, say magic. I'm so sorry about what happened to Effie. It must have been traumatizing. I suppose it was. But these things are a lot more common than you think. Right. The nobility really take responsibility for their mistakes. Yeah, okay. That's everything. Have a good one. Just real quick. Nothing. And was updated. Yeah, nothing. Okay. Time to go. Oh, you're back, huh? Did you forget something? Actually, there's one last thing I wanted to talk to you about. Oh? Earlier you said something that I just can't let go. You said that your father died hating you. But after everything I heard about him, I don't think that's true. Your father loved you, Celeste. Even in his final moments. Just you want to reach her. If she keeps believing that he hated her, that will eat away at her for the rest of her life. You know that better than anyone. This light makes you feel better. looks like it won't be that simple. You'll need to win an argument against her if you want her to see the truth. Okay. Well, I could just show this to her. Yeah, fair enough. Well, okay. Okay, here you go. Since believes that her father died hating her, so together and learning about them, you know, it can't possibly be true. You just need to convince her of that. Yes. I know you're starting to make me feel better, and I really do appreciate it. But everyone knows that my father hated mages. He always hated magic and reason behind it. No reason behind it? There is a reason. I don't know if it's my place to say this, but there is a reason why your father hated mages so much, magic so much. What? When Cuthbert was a child, he had a sister. She was tragically killed by a mage decades ago. That's why he had such an immense hatred for magic. I never knew. That doesn't change anything. That's all the more reason for him to have hated me. A selfish review to learn magic. I knew how much he hated magic, but I still learned to use it anyways. Magic killed someone that he loved. No wonder he was furious. Selfish review to learn magic. You did it for your family. You didn't learn magic to benefit yourself, did you? You learned it to save your family after your tavern was shut down. You're a good person, Celeste. You did everything you could to help your family. I'm sure your father recognized that. Just shut up. Shut up, just stop it. Reported he had before it was slowly breaking down. You weren't there. You didn't hear what he said to me. So you can only think of how I betrayed him. In his eyes, he's only good who would ever forgive me. Well, that is not true. Take a look at this picture, Celeste. What? A shattered bottle? Is that a bottle of lotus juice? Do you know where I found this? On the floor of your family's inn. What? That can't be true. I tried to find it here, but no one sells it in Wyverngard. Your father knew how much you loved this drink. He called in quite a few favors just so he could have it imported for you. What? He did that? Your father didn't hate you, Celeste. He loved you more than anything. That doesn't change anything. If he did all that all for me, it was before he knew about my secret. I'm sure he never would have done that if he knew the truth. That's not true at all. What the hell would you know about him? You barely even knew him. How could you possibly know how he felt about me? Don't you think I want to believe that he still loved me before he died? But I know the truth. So he would ever forgive me for what I did. It's not just the fact that he brought that drink for you. He bought that drink for you. It's also where the bottle was when it shattered. What do you mean? Your mother said that the bottle was stood in her room before your argument. But I found the shattered bottle in the lobby, where his body was. I ran into him before I went to look for you. He was going upstairs to his room. That can only mean one thing. He went to retrieve the bottle after your argument ended. How would he have it? It's because he was going to give it to you, Celeste. He was going to give you a gift to apologize for what he said to you. He's going to apologize? Your father loved you, Celeste. And as tragic as it is, he was going to try to apologize to you before he was murdered. I don't like this. Daughter working as a mercenary of all things. Come on, Dad. You know I can handle myself. I don't doubt it. You're social enough to risk your neck for our sakes. They closed the inn, Dad. Won't be able to survive unless I do this. Just be careful, okay? I don't know what I'd do if anything happened to you. No matter what anyone says, you're our daughter. And we'll love you until the day we die. How could I ever think that? Sorry, I'm so sorry, Dad. Oh. It's not very been keeping it together throughout the whole argument, but her realization is finally causing her to break down. She begins crying loudly as she quickly embraces you. It's a cold, dark place. She probably hadn't felt worthless of any kind for days. You got off guard and feel a little embarrassed. You comfort her while she gets her emotions. Are you feeling better? Yeah, I think I'm okay now. Been thinking such horrible things this entire time. It gives you a warm smile. It's probably the first time you've seen her genuinely smile since this horrible ordeal started. Thank you. But is everything really going to be okay? I'll make sure of it. I'll get justice for you and your father. Doesn't matter who stands in my way. Even if they're a man, king, or god. They're completely different now. What happened to the nervous wreck before? Please forget about that. Anyways, take some time to rest. The trial is going to resume soon. So you've done everything you can for now. You learned a lot about what happened the night of the murder. You just hope it's enough. But even with your investigation, you still don't know what the prosecution has planned. Okay. Trial time. Sorry. Has Pierce told you all the details, Mr. Rudolph? Will you remember them? Yes, I pride myself on my eidetic memory. Just so there are no misunderstandings. I do not approve of this. You said it yourself, Lady Stillwind. There's no possible way that I could have done the deed. It has to be the bastard child. We don't know what sort of tricks Ruby tomorrow might pull tomorrow. Just see this as a way of securing a just verdict. Even she doesn't like this, huh? That's good to know. Okay. I don't really have a reason to save in different slots. So haven't done anything different. Right, it's time. Hello, Cuthbert. Oh, hi, Mr. Morrow. You're a lot less jumpy than you were yesterday. Glad to see you're finally getting used to things. So, what did you find in your investigation? Tell Mr. Warren about everything you learned over your investigation. There are a lot of clues that point to what actually happened. Yeah, I know a lot of details about the crime scene, but nothing about the crime itself. It means I'll have to rely solely on pointing out contradictions to witnesses' testimonies. Being reactive to the prosecution's moves is a valid strategy. Honestly, I think it was a miracle that you got the commander to cooperate with you at all. I almost forgot. Commander White appears to really have it out for Mr. Moore. Actually, I wanted to ask about that. Did something happen between you and Commander White? Okay. Miss McCoy, please proceed to the courtroom with counsel for your counsel. Let's go, Tyrion. Trial's about to start now. You should go. The judge is waiting. Right. The secret's left buried between you two. So we'll see you later. So I resumed for the trial, Celeste McCoy. Let's review the proceedings from yesterday. Yesterday, the defense presented some shocking oversights made during the investigation. Yes, I personally saw to it that the investigation was conducted properly this time. I see. I suppose that puts my mind at ease. At yesterday's trial, we found an inconsistency between the crime scene photo and the autopsy report. Because of this, the defense tried to push the following narrative. That a third party must have interfered with the crime scene to frame the defendant. However, the prosecution has discovered another explanation. Because of that, the individual who discovered the body will testify as to what he saw that night. His eyewitness account will clear up what actually happened. Interesting. With my understanding, the individual in question wanted to remain anonymous. Supposedly, this witness was within the gallery of the trial yesterday. After yesterday's proceedings, he felt that he couldn't stay silent any longer. That's okay. Why would the witness change his mind like that? Didn't persuade him? Or something else happening here? Here comes the witness. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court. My name is Riz? Reginald Rudolph. God. Rise Reginald Rudolph. Try saying that 5 times as fast. Good. My chauffeur of the Queen variety. Servant, huh? I'm terribly sorry, but I'm unfamiliar with that profession. He means to say that he's a carriage driver. Oh, I see. But in any case, it is my understanding that you found the body. Am I correct, Mr. Rudolph? Mr. Rudolph appears to be writing something in a notebook. He writes with incredible speed. His pen only touches the paper for maybe a second before he's filled an entire page. Mr. Rudolph? Forgive me. I was merely taking notes on the people in this room. Taking notes. The witness has a certain compulsion to keep a record of every event that he witnesses. I see. Then I assume we'll receive an accurate testimony of how you found the body? Actually, I witnessed much more than that. I saw the crime as it was being committed. I wrote down everything that I saw. That's quite the claim. If that's true, why did you choose to remain silent until now? I initially concluded that the evidence alone was decisive enough. Therefore, we saw no need at the time for his testimony. However, those circumstances clearly changed during yesterday's trial. Tonight, the prosecution wouldn't leverage how his testimony from the start. Something else is happening here, huh? Very well. Mr. Rudolph, please testify to the court about what you saw that night. I was transferred a client to my carriage that evening. We were driving by the McCoy Tavern when we heard a disturbance. This occurred at 1:28 a.m. Worried that something was amiss, I walked into the establishment to see what the commotion was about. There I saw the defendant. She was lit by the blue glow of the dining room lights. Okay, she said stabbed Flintheart McCoy and was channeling magic into her sword. Sword. She removed her sword from Flintheart's back, and as he slowly turned to face her, she stabbed him again in the front. She soon realized that I had witnessed her heinous crime. She let the body fall to the ground and fled the scene. Incredible. If everything occurred as a witness described, then I see no room for debate. Of course, the evidence has always been irrefutable. Sure. You don't remember seeing him when you left to look for Celeste, but it was pretty dark. Celeste, did you see this man that night? No, this was my first time seeing him. Meeting him. And I didn't see him when I ran out of the tavern that night. So he has to be lying. Does that mean he's the one who killed my dad? She tried his best to hide it, but you can sense her restlessness. It's hard to say right now, but it's definitely a possibility. That's me now begin their cross-examination. Well, I know what the problem is, but I'm gonna press everything anyway. Who is the passenger in your carriage? Well, the identity of the passenger is irrelevant. This witness is the one who actually observed the crime as it occurred. If there was another person at the scene, they may also have crucial testimony. The passenger is under no obligation to testify before the court. And the current witness's account of the events is more than adequate. I agree. I see no reason for Mr. Rudolph to disclose the identity of their client. The defense must present a more valid reason to do so. Okay. I assume that's the noble. Garrick, that's one. Assuming this disturbance was the argument between my client and her father? Yes, there are two voices, one young female and one gruff male. Presumably, these are the voices of Celeste and Flintheart McCoy. Right, so the neighbors heard too? Yep. What did you do after hearing this disturbance, Mr. Rudolph? You stopped your carriage in the middle of a job. This seems pretty abnormal for a carriage driver. What did your passenger think of this? He had no quarrel with it. What kind of passenger would be okay with stopping mid-drive? Passenger's thoughts on the matter are irrelevant to his testimony, unless you have any hard evidence to prove otherwise. Now then, please tell us what you saw in the establishment, Mr. Rudolph. You sound certain that you saw my client and the victim. How are you so sure it was them? McCoy and his daughter were well known within the town. Cuthbert made himself quite known in the region through his social activism, and young Celeste dresses in a manner that is far wealthier than the townsfolk of Cornhaven. Do you live in the same town as the McCoys? How would you know about this? I don't live there, but my work brings me there quite frequently. Fair enough. When this place, the residence has no bearing on his testimony. What matters is that he was there when the murder occurred. Why is Steven deflecting questions about his personal life? Sword reflects back, yep. So you're saying that my defendant stabbed him twice with her sword? Yes, that's exactly what I saw. But there's only one visible wound on the body. If what you say is true, then that means that she stabbed him through the same wound. Isn't that extremely improbable? Improbable, but not impossible. It is strange, I'll give you that. But nevertheless, that's what the witness saw happened. Great. She's reaching. But look at anyone unless you can prove that he's lying. You let her get away? I'm just a simple carriage driver. I have no way of combating an armed assailant. The witness also saw the defendant using magic. Did you honestly expect a chauffeur to subdue an armed mercenary? Plus, she has a point there. Let's come up with a detailed story beforehand to wrote down. The cook of writing down everything is the perfect cover for him to read over his notes. Guess it would be hard to catch him lying if he has a way to keep his story straight. So he's just the opposite. With all those details, it would be that much easier to find inconsistency. Which detail?
Objection!
Ow. Mr. Rudolph, you testify that you saw my client murdering the victim, and you supposedly saw her casting magic while doing so. Yes, I could never forget such a grisly sight. That moment was burned into my memory. I see. Well, it's funny that you say that. How so? Because your entire testimony was a complete lie. What? Are you accusing the witness of perjury? Surely you know that such accusations can be made lightly, Mr. Cuthbert. The accusation is far from baseless, Prosecutor Steelman. Take a look at this report. The dining room lights are artificial lights that are powered by an arcane power cell. However, that same arcane power cell was broken during the time of the murder. The dining room lights had no energy, and the room would have been pitch black liquid. The witness couldn't have seen anything, much less homicide. I can explain now. There's only a witness. I've easily seen another source of light. Perhaps someone employs lit a candle because of the blackout. But it's clearly described a source of blue light. A candle or lantern wouldn't make a color like that. Then the witness was clearly mistaken. The witness records everything he sees in his notebook. He even remembers the exact times that the ship occurred. So I would be incorrect about such a clear and obvious detail. No, what the witness saw was clearly some form of magic. Due to the lack of power, it couldn't have been artificery. It must have been an arcane spell. That's it! Right. What is it, witness? I must have made an incorrect assumption. Please allow me to revise my testimony. What do you think of this, Mr. Prosecutor Steelman? If the witness wants to revise his testimony, then I see no harm in not obliging him. And you, Mr. Cuthbert? If you think he saw something different, then it's only fair to hear him out. Okay. Oh, 1 sec. Just through each of his lies, no matter what he does. Okay. What's this gonna be? I remember now. Yesterday, it was real that Flintheart was killed using magic. You must have seen if I was already channeling a magic spell. That was called Mage Blade, am I correct? That's it. The blue glow I saw must have been created by Mage Blade. I see. So the blue light that you saw came from the defendant's magic. May proceed to cross-examination. Is the fact that it looks yellow here gonna be important? Oh, well, it says right there, yellow radiant glow. Okay, well... okay, well, I'll just press everything still. Are you changing your testimony based on yesterday's trial? No, I assure you, that's not what I'm doing. After thinking about it further, I think I finally understand what I saw. Let's see, first off, pretty noticeable and distinct. The witnesses of the common folk. Furthermore, the defendant's magical ability wasn't known to many until the night of the murder. What reason would the witness have to think that he was witnessing magic? You just think that the sword was wreathed in a glow by some other means. It's part of far-fetched. Check me if you're right on. No. Mage Blade. Seems certain about the spell that you saw my client use. How can I trust the rest of your testimony? With some knowledge of the arcane arts, I'll grant you that. But it doesn't matter if he was unable to identify this specific spell. The only thing that matters is that he saw it happen. I did see Mage Blade. Yep. Blue glow. You still don't sound so sure of yourself. I wasn't sure of it at first. But then I remember that Flintheart was killed using magic. Is it really so hard to believe that I didn't realize that magic was used when I saw the scene? I suppose not. I should believe them. He keeps telling lie after lie. I was trying to keep her composure, but you know, sort of firmly clenching her fists. He's trying to cover for his mistake. He's making things up on the spot now. He doesn't know how magic works. I bet he barely understands what Make Believe even does.
Objection!
Mr. Rudolph, you don't know much about magic, do you? Of course not. Are you trying to say that I should have recognized Celeste's Mage Blade? No, I meant that you probably wouldn't know about Mage Blade. That's exactly where your mistake was. My mistake? Mr. Rudolph, if you were aware of how Mage Blade works, then you would know that this spell emits a yellow radiant glow. Which means the blue glow you saw couldn't have possibly been Mage Blade. This is ridiculous. I'll grant you that the witness clearly remembers seeing a blue glow. But what significance could such a minor detail have? It's extremely significant, Prosecutor Steelman. If the witness did see a blue magical glow... Okay, let me just breathe for a second. I can talk. Ugh, God. If the witness did see a blue magical glow, then he must have witnessed another spell at the scene. Preposterous. You don't have any evidence to back up that claim. That blue light made a large impression on the witness. He wrote it down in his notebook, and he specifically mentioned the color. There's no way he'd be mistaken about something like that. So, what did you really see, Mr. Rudolph? Did you see my client at the scene casting a spell that she couldn't possibly cast? Or did you see another mage at the scene? Well... Your Honor, the defense has no right to accuse the witness like this. Let me remind you that perjury is a crime, Mr. Rudolph. If you are found to have lied in your testimony, you will be prosecuted. No, wait, please. Now that is quite enough of that. Here he is. The man himself. Guy patiently steps down from the other and walks to the witness stand. He's breaking every possible rule in the book, but no one in the room moves to stop him. Great. The bailiff looks to the judge nervously, but Judge just narrows his eyes and carefully watches Pierce. Pierce, meanwhile, shoves a still flustered Rudolph off of the stand and begins to rest in the courtroom. What is he even doing here? I'll not stand by while you harass my servant. Pierce, we discussed this. There's no need for you to take the stand. What, pray tell, did you discuss? Nonsense, I have nothing to hide. If you had done your job correctly, I wouldn't have needed to intervene. First time Steelwind doesn't seem to have control over the situation. Also, he's 38. And they're like 8 years apart. Him and Flintheart and Jolene. So we're still friendly on this. That's nice. Yes, man. What is the meaning of this, Miss Steelwind? Who is this man? This is Garrick Pierce, Your Honor. That is Lord Garrick Pierce to you, Steelwind? I am the honorable heir to the Pierce noble house. In any case, I must apologize, sir. I'm afraid that these misunderstandings are entirely my fault. What do you mean? You see, Rudolph was the one who witnessed the crime that fateful night. It was me. I was the one who witnessed the crime. I and my driver reported the body so that I could remain anonymous. What? Are you saying that you had Rudolph lie for you? I simply dictated to him what I saw and had him repeat that to law enforcement. It simply wouldn't do for a member of the nobility to appear publicly in court. Lord Pierce, regardless of your intentions, that is a very clear act of perjury. Look on the judge's face, you can easily tell that he won't face any actual consequences. I understand, and I will accept the consequences of that. But I would be remiss if Rudolph's shoddy testimony allowed that girl to escape her crimes. Please let me testify as to what I saw that night. Very well. This is highly irregular, but I believe the court will benefit from hearing your testimony. However, know that this misconduct has hurt your credibility. Very well. Okay. On the night of the murder, I found myself unable to sleep, so I went on a leisurely carriage ride on Copenhagen. I happened to be passing by the McCoy Tavern, and I heard a loud commotion from within the building. Curious, I stopped by a carriage and took a single step inside the establishment. That is when I saw the scene inside. I saw the defendant stabbing that poor man twice with her sword, Great. Garrick Pierce. He's a member of the nobility. Means that he's probably a mage, right? He's the only other mage that was there that night. Does that mean... There's no doubt about it. He's the only person that could have left a trace of transmutation on the body. He has to be the mage that we're looking for. Sorry, this must be a lot for you right now. Don't worry about me. Focus on taking him down. Okay. Let's talk. That seemed like a strange way to pass the time. Did you believe for a second? This is like eccentricities are beside the point. What matters is that he was clearly at the scene. I wouldn't quite put it that way, but nevertheless. I guess this commotion was the argument between my client and the victim. One would conclude that, yes. As you all know, both of them became quite loud during their argument. It was not unreasonable to say that the witness heard them from his carriage. Okay. If he was at the tavern entrance, that would mean he was here. Okay, Direct location of the V-marker. Pierce claims to have witnessed the murder from the W-marker. That's possible, as he would have had a proper lighting. You saw the entire scene from the tavern entrance? It'd be quite dark considering that the lights weren't operational. Even if my client was using Blade Mage? Mage Blade at the time. Of course, I forgot the detail. I couldn't see what was happening, so I used my magic to illuminate the scene. You used magic at the crime scene? Yes, I remembered it clearly. I conjured a blue light to illuminate the scene. That same blue light must have been what my driver saw. I thought that Rudolph didn't witness the crime at all. I guess Mr. Rudolph must have seen the blue light from the carriage. Must have made that detail a part of his testimony earlier. That actually makes a lot of sense now to think about it. Rudolph was so sure that he saw a blue light, it would be strange if he was lying about that. Anyways, which spell did you use to illuminate the crime scene? It was the Conjure Light spell. Okay. Duration of 1 hour. For the duration of this spell, a mote of magical light appears in the caster's hand. The color of the light is chosen by the caster and can be changed at will for the spell's duration. This mote of light provides illumination up to 15 feet of the caster and no further. Okay, look so. Just turn on. Duration 1 hour, concentration, yes. Your Honor, if the witness used magic at the crime scene, then I'd like for his spell compendium to be added to the court. Has he no reason to invade the witness's privacy over a trivial elimination spell? I agree. Hence we need a stronger reason to requisition the witness's spell compendium. Right you are, Your Honor. Your wisdom is truly fitting of your station. Okay, but oh, shut up. Casting a spell seemed like a pretty significant detail to forget. For you, maybe, but for a practiced mage like myself, using magic is as natural as moving my arm. Yeah, that you always like to be a mage. I don't know. I assume that you're going to say that you should step in from opposite sides each time? Of course. Mind you, I have no idea why she would act like that. But can you prove that she didn't do exactly what I described? I suppose not. Oh yeah, anyways. This is definitely the real murderer. This means there has to be a lie somewhere in this story. Which is still at the entrance the entire time. If he killed my father, then he would have been for the man. Prove that he was hurt inside the building. Let me look at these. Okay, there you go. So the map. Feet. Is that really far enough? I mean, are these squares the actual squares that this references? If so, then yeah, that's quite far. Let's have a go. Or this one, probably.
Objection!
Lord Pierce, you said that you eliminated the scene. You eliminated the scene from the tavern entrance, and you only took a single step into the building. Of course. I remember it very clearly. I said only at the entrance. In that case, I'd like for you to take a look at the map of the tavern. If we take a look at this map, that would place you right here, where the W is. Am I correct? Of course I was. I don't know what you wish to achieve by having me repeat that fact. Well, I find it interesting that you eliminated the crime scene from all the way back there, considering that Conjure Light only illuminates an area within 15 feet. What? Spell's range is irrelevant. We've already established that the victim would have been illuminated by Mage Blade. During his testimony, Lord Pierce clearly stated that he couldn't see what was happening. That's why he cast Conjure Light in the first place. However, Conjure Light doesn't work like a normal source of light. Well, he provides illumination up to 15 feet of the caster and no further. If he had stayed at the entrance, his spell wouldn't have done anything to help illuminate the scene. What does it mean? Or Pierce, did you illuminate the crime scene or not? Oh, well, I can answer that question for you, Your Honor. Or Pierce did illuminate the scene of the crime. But he illuminated it because he was standing right where it happened. Mr. Cuthbert, are you trying to say that Lord Pierce was that close to where the murder occurred? How would that be possible? Well, this is the only way this would make sense, Your Honor. And that would be if Garrick Pierce was the one who murdered Cuthbert. Oh, accusation. Oh, hold on for a moment. This is I could easily use a different spell to illuminate the room. And which spell would that be, Pierce? The name escapes me. Not sure which one it was now that I think about it. You idiot. Well, maybe we can figure it out together. When you relinquish your spell compendium to the court. What? Invasion of my privacy. Why aren't you checking this? If you had listened to my instructions, you wouldn't be in this situation. You made your bed, now lie in it. Still, you treacherous. That's enough. It appears that the prosecution has no objections. With everything that has occurred, I must ask that Lord Pierce relinquish his spell compendium to the court. Okay. This spell name has been added to your notes. You see all of these? Oh god, okay. A lot of spells. Prestidigitation. Prestidigitation. God. Prestidigitation. This is so. Goddamn these spell names. What is this? Prestidigitation. Okay. Conjure water. I'll look at these more closely in a bit. Frost wave. Shape liquid. Okay. Now Tyrion. Got a spell compendium. Let's look. Simple and harmless visual effect on their hand. This effect will last for as long as they maintain concentration on the spell. What? Okay. Have to concentrate on this spell. Snap their fingers. As long as they want. As long as they concentrate on it. Okay. Water to magically flow out of the caster's hand. This water will flow so long as the caster maintains concentration on the spell. So long as Quill. Anything caught within range is hit with a blast of extremely cold air. Liquid's hit will be immediately frozen. Organic life will immediately enter stages of hypothermia. Shape liquid. Application, conjuration. So his his two transmutation spells are these. Okay, cool. Conjuration is not it. Great. Point index finger at the target. Okay. While concentrating on the spell, the caster can immediately manipulate up to 10 liters of liquid and form it into complex shapes. At any time, the caster can choose to freeze the liquid and solidify it in its current shape. While frozen, the caster can also choose to make the liquid instantaneously melt. Okay, I see. This is probably the one then. I assume that's why the bottle broke. Unless he got the one from somewhere else. Because it's tavern. Okay. Yeah, 52, dude. Wow. You were very different in ages when you were friends with Gary, so-called Gary. Oh, would that case as good as yours? Or is it? She didn't even try to stop you from taking a spell. She won't let that happen just to spite Lord Pierce. She definitely still has something up her sleeve. Your Honor, I've looked at spells in Lord Pierce's compendium. Conjure Light is the only spell that can cast that would shed a blue light. This renders his testimony and many of his statements false. Just a blue light, yep. Oh. Lord Pierce grinding his teeth. Your Honor, Lord Pierce could very well be a suspect in the murder of Harper Coy. The defense argues that this presents enough reasonable doubt to acquit the defendant. I acknowledge that Lord Pierce's actions are quite suspect. However, I will not pass a verdict just yet. There's much more we need to learn now. That's not how it works. They acknowledge that. God. Proof that there's reasonable doubt. That should be enough to acquit me, right? In a normal case, maybe. But it's different for this trial. The public won't accept it. The public won't accept it an unsolved homicide of wrong magic. Unless you can unequivocally prove your innocence, the court will keep drawing on this case. That's not fair. That's just how the system works. Our court system doesn't exist to exact justice. It exists so that the kingdom can save face. No. However, the court will be suspending the trial of Sis McCoy until further notice. That is, until Lord Pierce can be investigated as a possible suspect.
Objection!
Suspending it? Okay, no. No, okay. We're doing this. A possible suspect. The very idea of that is preposterous, Your Honor. She was planning something. Let's revisit the basic facts of this case, shall we? Harper McCoy was murdered using a blade with a transmutation spell active on it. Mr. Cuthbert, why don't you tell me the spells that Lord Pierce knows? Alright? Prestidigitation, prestidigitation, I can't, dude. There's an extra there's an extra syllable there that I'm not used to. Okay. Prestidigitation. There you go, that was natural. Conjure light, conjure water, frost wave, and shape liquid. You realize it too, haven't you? Lord Pierce doesn't know any transmutation spells that can be channeled through a solid object. What? That can't be right. Well, okay, I see. Dude, okay. Got some ideas, but you're right. Absolutely right, Lady Student. I could have possibly committed the murder. I see. With that in mind, that would leave the defendant as the only possible killer. But he was the only other mage there! He has to be the real murderer. He doesn't know any magic transmutation spells that can affect a solid object. Bro, okay. I can't prove that he stabbed him while casting magic. Wait a minute. How did he do it then? Yep, let's figure that out, yeah. How did he do it? There are traces of transmutation magic on the wound. The defendant was definitely stabbed by something magical. One of his transmutation spells can affect a steel blade. Does that mean that he used something else? That's the assumption they're on. I see. The defense did cast some doubt on this witness's testimony. Nevertheless, I must conclude that he could not have possibly committed the murder. With that in mind, please wait, Your Honor. We still can conclude that Lord Pierce couldn't have committed the crime. What are you on about? That he still said it herself, you commoner. I don't know any spell that can be channeled through a metal blade. He's right, which can only mean one thing. You didn't use a metal blade, did you? Ooh. Nice fear. What nonsense is this? The autopsy report clearly states that a wound was created by a blade. If he didn't channel magic through a blade, how could he have possibly committed the crime? Yes, your claim seems quite contrary to the facts thus far, Miss Cuthbert. Which spell did Lord Pierce use to commit murder? So, anything caught within range is hit with a blast of extremely cold air. Liquid's hit will be immediately frozen, and organic life will immediately enter stages of hypothermia. He could freeze the thing. He could freeze a liquid and then stab him. Or just manipulate liquid and freeze it and then stab him. Oh. It's one of these. I don't know if he moved into the crime scene or not. So you don't know his movements. But considering the bottle being liquid, and the fact that there are traces of it like around here, around the bottle, or what on what looks like liquid. Might as well. You see, Your Honor, Garrick Pierce didn't kill the victim using a sword. He killed him using an object shaped exactly like a sword. What? I'm afraid I don't quite understand it, Mr. Cuthbert. I'd like for the court to take a look at Lord Pierce's spell companion. Garrick Pierce knows a seemingly insignificant spell called Shape Liquid. With it, he can control a body of water and shape it into any complex shape he wants. Then he can freeze that liquid, maintaining its current shape. Shaped like a sword. What? No, is it possible that What do you have to say for yourself, Lord Pierce? She didn't even think of that. Well, what do I have to say? Pierce's breathing becomes more frantic. He's letting me speak while he's going in a corner like this. You see his stress and frustration emanating through the forest. You have now. Time for the finishing blow. Ooh. Another argument, okay. I'll tell you exactly what I have to say, you commoner. I am not the one on trial here. We're here because that bastard child didn't know her place. She's just a peasant, and she still learned the arcane arts. And look what happened. Wait a second. That girl used our holy arts to murder her father in a fit of rage. Oh, okay, witnessed. Fair enough. I was focusing on the the flavor text. Fair enough. Okay, you saw the murder. That's just not true. But how, pray tell, did you see everything? If we recall, you testified that you only took 6 steps. Also, to be fair, showing this on that statement is kind of moot, because no one technically knows for sure of Celeste's intentions. What would have happened? So, I was gonna get shot down anyway. You testified that you only took a single step, but you would have needed to be within 15 feet to my client was contract. This again. If I want to keep trading on that one detail, then I admit it. I stepped further into the end. I kept that detail out of my testimony. All because I knew that you used it to cast this machine. Yes. But you didn't just keep that detail from your testimony, did you? You testified the opposite. That makes you guilty of committing perjury. No, I mean... you merciful wretch. Perjury by Garrett Pierce? I have this, okay, sure. I was openly committed to committing perjury in the courtroom. This lies haven't gone unnoticed. Let's not stop there. For a story to be true, you would have needed to be within 15 feet of my client. According to your testimony, my client had just finished committing a murder. Wouldn't she have noticed you? If you were that close, then you would have surely been close enough to apprehend her. So I didn't shoot. Don't you have a duty to your citizens? Shut up! Shut your dirty peasant mouth! That woman was armed. I had no reason to put my life in danger. Holding her sword after her murder. I was terrified when I saw her holding that bloody sword. My life was in danger. She was wielding her sword after the murder. She didn't leave with it. That's the weird thing. Oh, what? Oh no. Wait, no. It was still in him. Why would she have it? No. Okay, no. Or this. One of these. Hopefully both of these are right, but yeah. That can't be right, can it, Lord Pierce? This photo of the crime scene shows that the sword was left in the victim's body. How could she still be wielding her sword if she left it? What? Damn you! Either way, why don't you say anything? Well, what? Excuse me, Miss Loss, are you out of confidence? I find it strange, though. Even when you had the advantage, you always maintained your usual poise. Lord Pierce, please pull yourself together. How can I remain calm when this charlatan is trying to frame me? It's a complete travesty of our justice. Which is really true, I testify against my criminal. And what do I get instead? So slander from some lowly defense attorney. Dude. You lied already. This is far from the truth. You talk about justice, but you've committed several acts of perjury to twist the outcome of this trial. You're clearly not acting in good faith. You don't care about justice. You just want to further your agenda. So admit it, Pierce. You created a makeshift sword using shaped liquid and you used it to impale Flintard. You shoved my client's sword into the wound while the remnants of the real weapon evaporated. It was a perfect crime, wasn't it? Oh boy, I can't do it. Okay, God. Probably not gonna do it again. That was embarrassing. Apologies, Your Honor. It's just that I realized something absolutely hilarious. He finally lost his mind. Defense put forward an interesting theory. But there's one problem with it. What's that? I think you said it yourself. It's a perfect crime, wasn't it? You see, it would have been a perfect crime. Because any evidence to support that theory would have evaporated with that frozen blade. if you use an ice blade to kill the heart, it would have evaporated by now. That means there would be nothing after the murder weapon. Kind of is. You spun quite the tale here today, huh? But in the end, you don't have a shred of evidence for it, do you? You have nothing on me. Is there anything we can do? Be quiet. Say anything is really hopeless. I'll take one look at the expression on your face. Anywhere she had instantly disappear. She realizes the expression on your face is the same expression you made every time you defeated her. What is this? You can glare at me all you want. It won't change the fact that you've lost. I despise people like you. You twist the system to serve your own ends. You trample on the lives of innocent people. But as long as I'm here, I will never let that happen again.
Naught can remain concealed.
Ooh. Power die. What did I just do? Your head feels like it's about to burst. The pain is unbearable and overwhelming. At the same time, you feel an extreme sense of clarity, as if you can see more than you could have before. Do that as a push just for. Once again, you see Pierce's thoughts through the eye of Horus, but the sensation feels different from how it usually is. It's more intense and potent this time. It's almost as if you can do more than just read his surface level thoughts. Ooh. Empowered Eye? You've activated the Empowered Eye. With it, you'll be able to do more than see the witness's thoughts. You'll also be able to affect what they think about. Whoa. Project items into Pierce's mind to evoke thoughts from him. Whoa, okay. You'll want to project items that make him think about the murder. You think about the murder. Evoking the right thoughts will raise your insight. Once the insight gauge is filled, you'll have everything you need to implicate him. Okay. Okay, neat. Let's project some thoughts into you, but you know, that image is still lingering in my mind. I didn't expect this experience to have such an effect on me. Doesn't give you anything you can use. Just try something else. Okay. Well, this. Why am I thinking of such a thing? Okay, fair enough. These are didn't evoke any useful thought thread. You'll see something if you project pieces of evidence related to the matter. Well, like the Odyssey. Sword? What an ornate sword. What Arcane like her obtained such a thing now. I wonder if the Inquisition will let me have it once this girl is convicted. Bro. Do anything accused? Try something else. Okay. How about... Okay. How about those times? No, okay. It was really just crazy. It's just this. No. Oh. New spells. That's all the trouble I went to. Can't believe the lawyer figured out the spell I used. Well, no matter. It's not as if there's any evidence to prove that I used it. Good thing I can read your mind. Unlucky that old fool had that bottle of water with him. Water from a bottle. A bottle. Yeah, I figured. Well then, as riveting as this has been, I believe it's time for me to take my leave. Now wait a minute, Pierce. What is it now, you wretch? I'll say it as many times as you need to hear. There's no evidence for the crime scene. Yes, there is. You're right, Pierce. If you did use shaped liquid on a body of water, the murder weapon would have evaporated entirely. It seems you finally gotten that fact to your thick head. Bravo. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, Pierce. What if you didn't use shaped liquid on a body of water? What if it was another type of liquid? What are you going on about? Pierce, shaped liquid doesn't just work on water. It works on all kinds of liquids. This shattered bottle contained the liquid that you cast on your spell on, didn't it? Show the picture of the shattered bottle of lotus juice. That bottle. Pierce, I found this shattered bottle on the ground near the victim's body. I wonder what caused it to shatter. You must have decided to use any liquid you could find. Luckily for you, the victim was holding the perfect quantity of liquid in his hands. I wonder, Lord Pierce, if we had someone analyze the broken pieces of this bottle, would we find traces of transmutation magic? That still proves nothing. So what if there are traces of magic on the bottle? You still don't have a murder weapon. I wasn't finished, Pierce. What? You see, the liquid contained in this bottle wasn't water. It was soda. So, what difference does that make? A blade of ice made out of water would have evaporated entirely. But a blade of ice made out of soda will leave a puddle of dried residue. No, can't be. I already wondered why there was such a circular trace of magic around under the body. If you check the outline of that trace, I'd bet we'd find a dried puddle of soda residue. That would prove that you used your magic on that soda. There's your murder weapon, Pierce. And that's checkmate. Nice. Bailiff, tell Orm to analyze the crime scene at once. We must determine this puddle of soda residue exists. The time window to find traces of magic is closing. So, you had a team search the crime scene for that soda puddle. I really can't believe it, but we found it. In fact, the outline of the dried soda lines up exactly with the outline of the trace of transmutation magic. We checked the broken bottle too. There are traces of transmutation magic on it as well. There's no doubt about it. Someone used magic on that soda. I see. Thank you, Orm. Please escort Lord Pierce back to the stand. What do you have to say for yourself, Pierce? What do you think you've accomplished here today? Do you honestly think you can indict me? I'm an aristocrat from the highest echelons of our society. That fool of a man was an insurgent. He was a threat to society, and I did my civic duty by removing him.
Objection!
Oh. Bailiff, please escort the witness to a holding cell. Ewan? First degree murder is punishable by execution, Lord Pierce. I suggest you remain silent, lest you incriminate yourself further. Be serious. Shut your insidious mouth. I thought the size of the magic trace was weird right at the start. Yeah, okay. Suppose I was right. That's weird, huh? And the thing is, I was mainly focusing on the, like, parts, like this part, not with the bottle. Because it is, like weirdly, like, blob-shaped. Also, there's some liquid here, which indicates that there's there's liquid there too. It's like you can see some shading. Yeah. Funny him. But I did also notice that the trace did affect the whole the tip of the sword outside of this puddle. So it was interesting. It's good stuff. Well, what are you all waiting for? Take him away. Yes, take him away once. Can't believe it. We actually won. Tyrion, that's all she can do to hold back her tears. You don't need to say anything. Your face says it all. Thank you. You've more than exceeded my expectations today. It's tomorrow, huh? I'll be honest. When I realized that the murder weapon evaporated, I thought this case was shot. I can't believe you were able to turn that around. It was just luck. If he had used water, we would have been done for. It had nothing to do with luck. You were able to deduce which liquid he used. And you did it just by looking at a few shards of broken glass. Your skills of deduction never cease to amaze me. That's not exactly true. But with Celeste there, you can't tell that apart, but you can do it. You're all quite lively. There's no need for such hostility. Though, I wouldn't expect any less from the Hound as I take her. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Won't she my god? Let's miss tomorrow. When she meets your gaze, she immediately looks away. Hound of the Eye Taker. She looks like she's focusing. Well, does it to protect herself from a certain eye? I must admit, I was hoping to test my blade against you directly. However, your protege proved to be a worthy adversary. Thank you? It's some kind of game, do you? You talk about trials as if there's some kind of competition. Your action almost condemned an innocent woman to death. Our system operates by having two powers opposition. When those powers are balanced, justice prevails. Made no mistake. Your victory today was just our system. Yes, I suck. Okay, your victory today was just our system working as intended. Working as intended. You know very well our system only exists to protect rude people. I know. In any case, looks like we'll be facing each other more frequently in the future. I look forward to doing battle with you again, Tyrion Cuthbert. Strange girl. Kind of killed the mood, didn't it? Not at all. I think I should celebrate. Oh? What did you have in mind? There's an amazing restaurant in the upper quarter of the capital city. They usually only serve nobles. They let anyone in if they have enough gold. Wait, do we have enough gold? Of course we do. Don't worry about the details. I'll handle everything. Wow. How much money does Miss Tor make? So began my journey into the world of law and magic. The system is rotten to its core, and I'll have many trials ahead. Regardless, I'll keep fighting on and get justice for every one of my clients. Yeah, I did figure out without reading the perpetrator's mind. I didn't even need my reading, just use logic. Yeah. Yeah. As long as you think about stuff right, then it'll be there. You love having an open mind. Maybe that's how this story wants to put it, and that's fine. No, it kind of works either way anyway. Episode end. As cases go, that was pretty short. I've only been streaming for like less than 4 hours, which is less than I expected. I knew it. His radiant soul is finally awakened. I can't believe it. I've been waiting for so long. Is this that girl we saw from our dream? It's an intro case. They're short in A to BBH. Yeah, fair, yeah. There you go. I'm tempted to continue, but I might just stop here and continue tomorrow. Because I do have this whole week free, so I want to use this opportunity to play this game more. Oh, one of those back here. Nice. Okay. Do I start from? Okay, I assume I start. Oh, do I start from here? Or do I start from new game? I guess these cases seem like you progress this way. Right. Yeah, I guess that's it for now. Good stuff. Oh god, there is waifu consultation. I didn't notice when I looked at this earlier. But nice. Savio Jones. In the rain shakes together. Stephen Charles. You don't hear many voices. It's Tyrion, Celeste, Arya, Ruby, and Lucio Steelman, whoever that is. I assume the prosecutor will fight. Okay, that's it for now. I'm done for now. I'm gonna try to pace myself. Yeah. It's cool. cool so far. I'm liking the systems they have. Likes playing this game. You really enjoy it, yeah. I can see why. Even though I've just seen the first case. Curious to see what happens next. I guess I can go eat lunch early. And go take out my cat. Thanks for watching. I guess that's it. Have a good day. Goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah. Goodbye.